telling me I'd be accepted for who I'm supposed to be. So I coast for free on these lyrics that I wrote for thee. So can you be that girl that is my sheep, please? Tell me I ain't just being a fool. Tell me I ain't just being a fool. Tell me I ain't just being a fool.
Hey guys, and welcome to the stream. My name is Green Zero, and I know what you're thinking. Jeezy, where you been all my life? I've been busy, but I have been bringing some content to the channel in the last couple of days, and I've got more content planned as well, so I have some free time now. I'm going to be able to get some content out there. But anyway, welcome to the stream. This is going to be about the 3v3 Kane's Wrath tournament. This is a double elimination 2-day event. That's right, it's a 2-day event. And I'm a big fan of the 2-day format when you have a tournament like this where you're going to have very long series, you're going to have a lot of rounds. Fatigue is an issue, and you don't want those. Back in the day, our game replays had those 10+ hour tournaments because they were just so crazily badly organized. But this way, we can play the game for 4 or 5 hours, or maybe 3 to 5 hours, and then we can come back tomorrow and we can play the grand final or the last few games. Breaks it up a bit. So yeah, this is day one. I mean, potentially we could be done on day one, but I do have a day 2 stream, which is the same time tomorrow. But before we get into that, we'll have a quick look at the teams first. So we'll go straight to the teams, and I should have the teams up here on the screen. Oh geez, that's a bit iffy, isn't it? Let's see if we can fix that up. Okay. It's not how I imagined it. Yeah, let's just do that. Anyway, that's close enough. So Okay, so basically now most of these teams are set in stone. Some of them have had a few changes. So we have 7 teams in total. They couldn't quite get the 8 teams in there, which would have been fantastic because it would have fit that round format, the round of 8 format perfectly. But nonetheless, they are at 7 teams, which is still 18 players, which is still a lot for a 3v3 event. Now, first of all, I'll explain how this actually works, because there is a points-based system on these teams. So each team can only have a maximum 12 points. So you're thinking, GZ, what do you mean points? What is that? Well, a lot of players have ranks. So an expert is a 5 all the way down to a beginner, which is 0.5. So there's ranks from 0.5, then 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, so on and so forth, all the way to 5. So experts are 5. So if you only have 12 points, you can't stack your team with experts. If you had 2 experts, you'd have to have a low mid as your third. And in a 3v3 tournament, that can make a huge difference, because skill it's very important. Having 3 players on your team, that you can overwhelm a professional player a lot easier than what you could in a 1v1. So a lot of people haven't heavily stacked like that. They've tried to get a more balanced team approach. So team number 1, Futurama is obviously the big one. Then he's got Pennywise and Chaos there surrounding him. So Futurama definitely the team captain. Drive is going at it with Booker and Hulk, so they're going to form up another team there. Bike Rush will be teamed with Bart Jones and Guaspari. So again, Bike Rush, one of the best players in the world, but again, he's got a team with he's got that points cap limit there, so he hasn't chosen another expert or anything. He's gone for some more mediocre type players to sort of spread that out a little bit there, which is probably the way to go. We have Team 4. I'm not sure what that Russian wording is, but Lamas and Wildcom is there, which is interesting. I thought he was with June Tiger. But apparently something's happened to June Tiger, and I think Dimitri will be taking his position, so just scrap that one. Next one, Soviet Commander with Akion and AKT&C. I don't even know who they are, really. I mean, they might have other Smurfs I'm more familiar with. Team 6, this is one here that you got to watch out for. Haruspex, Shock Trapper, and AWEG 1. So I think they've got a pretty good team there. That's a pretty well-rounded team, because they got Shock Trapper sitting in the middle, and Haru's very capable, and they got AWEG, who's quite, he's in a 3v3 tournament, he should be suitable. And then the last team, Manos, Rex, and Assassin Spy. So Rex is there. I'm going to have to see how this one goes. But those are your teams there. Now, the tournament should be getting started within the next probably 5 or 10 minutes. They're just waiting for the last couple of players to arrive. So currently 17 of the 21 are checked in. So Lamas isn't checked in, but I've seen him here, so he must be around somewhere. Rex apparently is not checked in. Bike Rush is not checked in. And Assassin Spy has not yet checked in. So some people may not be aware they have to check in, because these are preset teams. So basically, you have to open this up in Command Post. Everything is Command Post these days, but those are your teams. Let's just get rid of that one there, and let's have a look around. Stay with me. I'll do my best to try to get this one underway as soon as possible. It will, of course, depend on the organizers here. So let's have a look here. Yeah, it looks like Yeah, Guspari just dropping some notes in the chat there about Bike Rush. Apparently the Revora server is offline, so something's happening with the Revora server at the moment, which, I mean, doesn't really affect us since we've got the VPN server. 12 people are logged into the VPN server already, so more people coming online as we monitor this one. But let's go through the tournament format. So you probably all want to see what the tournament format is. So the tournament format, it is double elimination, so you're not just one series and you're out, and that's pretty cool in this type of situation, especially with the 2-day event. It goes back to that type of format again. So essentially, the way that this works, it's double elimination. We're obviously going to have a round of 8, and then it'll go 4 and 2, and then there'll be a loser bracket as well. But basically, the winner's bracket is all going to be best of 5 until we get to the winner bracket final, which is best of 7. And then the grand final is best of 9. Now, the team that makes the grand final, having not lost, will go in with a 1-zip advantage. So they will actually have a benefit to winning all the way through the bracket. So again, best of 9, they'll have a one point head start or 1 game head start there. The loser bracket, on the other hand, will be reduced to best of 3s, and the final in the loser bracket, and these guys haven't written their rules very well. They seem to have written the same things twice or put the wrong words in. But I believe the loser bracket final is going to be a best of 5. But again, they do repeat themselves here. Just looking at their Word document here, I think they've put in the wrong information. The match for the lower bracket, they do say is best of 7. So yeah, it's a bit contradicting, so I'm not entirely sure what the loser bracket's going to be like. It appears to be a best of 3 all the way through to the end until it may change to a best of 5 or 7. But yeah, the winner's bracket, that's what they've been clear on. Winner's bracket is best of 5 through to the winner's final, which is best of 7, and then the grand final, best of 9. There is, of course, a prize for this tournament, $115. I'm not sure if that's gone up. It may have adjusted a little bit. Apparently there's a lot of donations coming in for show matches. We have streamers here. Looks like Zads is also streaming as well, and there's almost certainly some Russian streamers. There's a lot of streams, so Bike Rush Drive, Shock Trapper Booker, and Bart Jones. So I'm not sure if every single one of those guys is casting, but some of them from their own perspective, their own point of view. So head on over to their channels. If you're on my channel, you probably know about them anyway. Let's have a look and see what's happening with the tournament chat. It's all in Russian, so I'm not going to bother trying to get a translate on for that. But it looks like Drive and Futurama are here. Shock Trapper is here. Rex is idle at the moment, so I'm not sure what he's up to. Let's jump into the game and see what's happening. Manus is having trouble with his teammates, who may be reduced to 6 teams here. We'll get rid of that tournament splash. There we go. So here we are on the Command Post VPN. You can see some players already filing in here already. But yeah, I'm keen to cast some games. I hope you guys are. I hope you're going to stick with the stream, because again, probably looks like we're still about 5-10 minutes off anything actually happening just yet. I mean, in an event like this, they will wait extra time for those extra players to come in. But let's have a look and see what's happening with the chat. Team 5, Imber. Who was on Team 5? Team 5 is Soviet Commander Akion, and the people that I don't even know. Looks like because Revora's down, Shatterbrick is down as well. Everything's down on the C&C Online side of things. None of their websites are working either, so they're obviously having some trouble. Maybe they're putting in some more ban tools. Yeah, it's been, like 6 years, still haven't been able to stop me. So it's been 7 years. Imagine being in a perpetual state of defeat for 7 years. And no wonder they're all freaking crazy. But anyway, this is not going to be on the Revora server, because they are extremely hostile towards the community. Bike should have his 2 allies quit, and he'd have to do a 3v1. Yeah, that's easier said than done. That's actually a very difficult thing to do. There are some rules in here about this, apparently. If we go to the team interaction rules, the player can leave the match only if his actions are coordinated with his team. If his actions are coordinated with the team. In case the team wants to specifically ask their player to leave the game in order to get his resources and units, then that player must not own any type of production building. No one's going to adhere to that. That's. I don't know why you would write rules in like that. No one's going to adhere to that, and then you're going to cause problems if you try to enforce that. If someone wants to leave because their allies need their units or structures, then for the team's benefit, they're going to leave. Saying that you can't leave if you still have production structures, well, that player could just sell all their production structures off then, which is probably what their ally wanted anyway. I don't like it. I mean, if an ally is going to leave the game, they should be able to leave the game. They shouldn't sell out though. Selling out and just like absolutely like boning your team hard. Like, I mean, it shouldn't happen in a tournament, but obviously that does happen on the server where someone doesn't want to wait for the game to end, so they sell out their whole base, which when you die from a sellout or you lose all your buildings, your allies get nothing. They get nothing. You can die with 15, 20 grand in the bank and your allies will not get $1 of it. Waiting for Bike Assassin and Rex. Lamas is here. He's no longer going to be Lamas and his ass off. So Assassin Spy, Rex, and Bike Rush are not currently here. I mean, that's 3 players. They could essentially just get Manos on a new team or just formulate a new team just to get the tournament going. But nonetheless, let's put the tournament splash back up because it's a bit nicer to look at. We have 23 people on the stream. Anybody got any questions? There is a very brief delay on the stream as well, so you can't stream cheat. But if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Let's talk about something. But yeah, I'm keen to sit back and just chill and watch some reps. I mean, I've only been playing a little bit online, not that much. I mean, there was obviously a big gap in videos. I think it was the largest gap in content I've ever had since I first started. It was like 3 months and no videos. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the longest time since I started in 2009 that there's been no content on the server. And it's not because I wasn't playing or I disappeared or anything happened. I just was busy and I just couldn't get around to it. That's something we need to talk about. R19J. Mate, Marcy's going to run out of letters pretty soon. Oh my god. This is the thing. Like, you don't... Like, R16 was a train wreck. It was a CGF train wreck. And then Panda comes in and makes Panda mod R18. Colossal failure of a 1.02 plus. We had A, B, C, D, E, F... We got up to G. No, got up to F. It was so bad, so broken and so buggy, and it had all the Panda changes in, and it was just a colossal train wreck. And Panda just spruiks like it's the bee's knees. This is the thing, whenever someone gets in charge of something, someone dictates it, it just ends in disaster every single time, and the community just constantly repeats this mistake. Marsley, I told him when he took over the patch, and he wanted to turn it into 1.03, because he's like, hey, 1.03 failed, so we'll just force the balance changes into 1.02 plus, which is, I do not agree with that at all. Like, 1.02 plus has already pushed its limits. They've already pushed that. They've put in quality of life changes and minor borderline balance changes, but then Leaf wanted to fully rework things and put it in there, and A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, frickin' J. Again, he's going to run out of letters in the alphabet because it's so buggy, it's so crash-worthy, it's so desync, where it's just an absolute worst patch of 1.02 plus ever. He even beat Panda mod, and I told him all this before he did it as well. I wrote it all out in big story on his Discord, and he's like, no. It'll be different under me. That's what all the other commies said. It'll be different under me. It'll work under me. It never works, but they keep smashing their head against a wall. And Marcy just spruiks it like it's the bee's knees, like it's so successful, when it's just a colossal train wreck of a patch, full of desyncs, full of bugs, full of glitches, full of broken stuff. And I'm like, you're just trying to... And that's the thing, you're wrecking 1.02 Plus's image. You don't think you can destroy it because it's been around for so long. No, you'll be able to destroy it, trust me. They should tone it back down to quality of life changes, maps and things like that. And it shouldn't be under the control of just one person. But no one ever goes with what I recommend. I've always been on the understanding that it should be a group of professionals and they all have to agree together before anything is done. But CGF's just like, no, that's never going to happen, because that'll be way too successful. But anyway, I went off on a bit of a tangent there. Did you hear that he managed to fix the mechas? Oh yeah, how many times did he have to fix the mechas? Like, and oh man, mechas, like CGF broke mechas as well. I'm like, he couldn't be bothered fixing them, so he just made the range the same as the discs. And I'm sitting there like, man, mechas are so useless now, and I couldn't quite figure it out. And then I'm like, yeah, the shards are just garbage. Like, that's the thing, you literally deleted that unit out of the game. And again, Scrin need that. Scrin don't have as many units as the other factions, and when you delete one of their units out, it leaves a big gap, and Scrin are like way more into tripod spam than they've ever been before. Even the Traveller players, I've been watching a lot of Traveller players, they just go straight for tripod spam. Like, you're Traveller 59, you no shields. That's not a good strategy, like, but they do it anyway because they don't want to build their mechas can't do their job. Let's see what's happening on the Discord. Oh, I got some messages. Bart Jones is here. Yeah, a bit delayed. People not waking up. Bike only just got up at 12:15 GMT, so it's 15:15 lunchtime in Bike's world. Come on, Bike. Being unemployed can't be that hard. Let's have a look and see. I did ask Cybert to come and cast, but I don't think he said, unfortunately, he couldn't do it. He didn't say why, but I mean, he's AFK now, so I'm assuming he's got other life stuff he's supposed to be doing. What time is it in Canada? Yeah, it'd be very early morning for him, where currently it's 10:45 PM here, so I'm probably going to be up well past midnight. Whoa, someone's spamming the dollar signs. Messaging now. Let's have a look and see how many people we got on the checked in list. We got 19 out of 21 checked in. There are 18 people logged into the server, so they've almost got everyone here. Tournament will begin shortly. We're now 17 minutes past starting time. They had 3 hours and 20 minutes to check in. Assassin is in UK, so that's poor from him. Looks like Manus might be losing his team. So I don't think either of his teammates are anywhere to be found, which is interesting because they've checked in. I think they might have overridden their check-in. Who was Manus supposed to be with? He was supposed to be with Rex and Assassin Spy. It's unusual. I would have thought Rex would have been here. He seems to be very active. Be pretty keen for a tournament here. Come on, guys. Nothing in the chat. No questions. Nothing in the chat. Let's get some chat going. Let's get some talkies. Let's have a look at the new maps just while we're here. Oh god, 1.03. There's actually no way to uninstall 1.03. You have to actually uninstall the whole game. Then you have to go into your documents files and you have to delete everything out of there and out of the Kane's Wrath file and all the stuff that CGF hides everywhere because it's not with the rest of the stuff. Yeah, that way if you reinstall the game, it's back on your PC already, and it's like, it's just infuriating. I'm not going to reinstall it, and you have to reinstall everything, all the regular official patch 1.02 plus everything, and I'm just not doing all that again. So let's have a look here. Airport Escape was there before. That looks like garbage. Barstow, no poker, Battle Base. Alright, that's literally just a reskinned arena. I don't know why these maps are in there. Like, who puts these maps in here? It's so dumb. Like, it's a tournament arena with a different color. Desert Field, that looks pretty garbage. Desert Meadow, probably Panda Mods. What the crap is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of tib fields on that map for a 1v1. Extraction Plateau, Forest Arena. What do we got? Maverick, that's just that campaign map modified. What the crap? Mushroom Party? Yeah, that looks like someone put all about 5 seconds work into that. That's literally Red Zone. Red Zone 9, oh my god. Ruthless Satao, that's just a remake of an already EA map. Siberian Ground, it could be good. So, there's a lot of maps I haven't seen yet. Southern Shore, look at that one. It's got a beach. Don't see beaches very much. Yeah, it might be alright. Maybe. I don't know. It's got islands. The Rift, just the Rift. Ready to Die. Get Lost Drive. Threshold 19, so let's put the tower in there from the campaign. That was there before. Tiberium Sunrise, that doesn't look very good. You can just tell by the thumbnail if they're going to be decent or not. D10 Tournament Odyssey Red Zone. That's literally a reskinned Odyssey in Red Zone. Why does... I don't understand, like, what's the point of that? Tournament Ranch, that's a horsey map. It's not bad. It's very pretty. Yeah, Tournament Red Zone, yeah, right. No one's ever going to play that. Tournament Wasteland? Looks pretty basic. Tower of the Past. That's a redesigned tournament tower. That could be interesting. You can see they put the tower back there. Twilight City. That's it. That's all those 2v2 maps. More people rocking up. Lucky it's a 2-day event. GZA getting back to tournaments. Oh, I was invited to play in this one. Like I was thinking about playing this one, but I just would rather sit back on a 3v3. It's interesting though because I think I've won more 3v3 tournaments than anybody out there. Because I just realized the other day I've won like 4 or 5 of these in my time. Team Leaf, with Team Bonus, with Team Tech, with Team Gromage, all the way back in the day. I was sitting back, I was like, man, I've won quite a lot of 3v3 events. Like, I never really thought of it, because I'm so concentrating on the 1v1s. But yeah, we even won that. I think the last tournament I won was that 2021 tournament where we downed Team Panda. Good times. But yeah, I made a lot of... That was the time when I was making all those 1v1 grand finals and not being able to finish them off. It's been a while since I've won a 1v1. GZ are getting back to bring Leaf for dual cast. Rex is from Canada. I thought he was from China. Is there going to be another Christmas tournament? Everything looks garbage. Yeah. A lot of these maps, like... I can't remember what version of I think it was like R13 or 14, where CGF put in all those Sugar Rush maps, and they were just garbage maps. I'm just like, why are they here? Is there not some type of veto process? They're all terribly broken. They all look terribly bad. She only got them in there because CGF wants to plow her. Like, it was just garbage maps, and some of them are still there. Anyway, let's get back to this. See if there's any messages on the Discord. No, nothing much happening here. Tournament chat is all in Russian. Onchi just messaged, can play in 45 minutes. Yeah, right. Don't count on it. Oh, looks like everyone's checked in. 18 players are checked in. That means, yeah, that's 6 teams. Yeah, everyone's checked in. Looks like everyone's here. All right, so it looks like the tournament will be getting Chart Bones. The problem with this server as well is you can just change your name up here, so people will just like mess. You get some dickheads in here which will just mess with it. Oh, looks like the bracket might be up. Ooh. The bracket is up. Let's get command post up. Where is it? Command post. Whoop. What crap was that? I don't know, I did something, pushed the wrong button then. There we go. Oh, if I did that, wouldn't it? Yes. All right, so we do have the brackets up. So let's have a look here. So the Hulk Drive team gets a free win. Haru will play the Chaos Insurgency. Future Pennywise. I think we might get in on that action there. Bike Rush plays Team Dimmy, Team Wildcom. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. Do we want to watch Haru Specs with Shock Trap and AWEG take on Chaos, Future, and Penny? Or Bike Rush take on... Nah, I think we'll stick with the Russians. I think we will stick with the Russians there. It's okay, I'll take Dimmy and Lamas as my number 1 and number 2 fans, blah, blah, blah. Let's get it going. Let's get rid of that text. We are just about ready to go. I should actually get the scoreboard ready. I built a brand new score. Well, I modified the pre-existing scoreboard here. So, HSBX. Let's just start filling some details in. And we'll watch these guys play. And who was with them? AWEG 1. They started yet? Chaos. Can all players use their original nicknames? Yeah. Chart Crones. Here we go, here we go. Waiting for Shock, Haru, and Future. Let me just get those teams up. Chaos Sit, Futurama. We'll put Futurama at the top. Futurama can be the team captain. Pennywise. No, not that. No, don't do that. Just realized that filling this in for a new series is going to take a... Well, not long, but... God, that is really annoying. Please. That's better. Alright, Chaos is yellow screen. We're about to start our first series, guys. We're going to be watching a lot of Russian gameplay. What's Pennywise doing? Pennywise is orange screen. Orange, the old DT color. Dune Tigers. Oh no, that's not orange. It's like Chaos has changed to GDI. Alright, now Shock and Haru and all that, they're here but they're just not joining. Try to get him to switch to the other side because I've already done the scoreboard where Chaos's team is on the right side. Shock Trap is going to go Sign. Green Zero, turn on webcam. Am I still banned on a death sentence is here? Wow. Banned is a word that, you know, has sort of lost all meaning. Am I banned? I mean, I come and go as I please. It's not really the definition of banned. Where is Haru and... These guys they're all here. They need to start. We're at half an hour past. I think the other game, has the other game started? I'm just gonna go have a look. Well, they got more players in the other game. Bart, Jones, Sharp, Bones, Kuspari. Actually, it might be a mistake picking these guys because Cold War era PCs, etc., etc. All players should stick to their first color too. Yeah, I mean it's easy to update my scoreboard once I've written the names on there, but it's better over the course of a series if people keep their colors, because a lot of people are going to associate that player with the color. But yeah, I did make a new scoreboard for the 3v3, specifically for the 3v3 tournament, because I only have a 1v1 and a 2v2 version of my current scoreboard, which I am keeping at the moment because I do like it. But yeah, the 3v3 one has been HD'd up a bit. Looks very very good, very flash, very swift, and well, you're going to see it momentarily anyway. So, I mean, we might as well. I'm actually just going to save this now, just until. Let's pop that there. Scoreboard. Shock Trumpet versus Drive. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So, I'll obviously update this as the players join in. They're not all going to be playing as Nod on the left side. Alright, so we've got Aweg, who's going to be Green Trav. Traveler. The best thing is I can just click one button and it saves over and the stream automatically updates it without me having to do anything. Why do they keep banning me? Well, that's a good question, Interphase. Why do they keep banning me? It's not so much about me defeating them. It's more about me punishing them, because they can't stop. They're caught in this perpetual state of they can't give up, but at the same time they're just being punished. So I think they think that enduring that punishment is better than surrender. Is that scoreboard a bit too big? I can shorten that score. No, I'd already tested this out. I did pictures. I can always just make it smaller, like a few clicks, but no, R19 is probably one of the worst. It's over engineered. It just needs to be like bug fixes, quality of life fixes, but just the next person's going to get on R20 and they're just going to change everything to their liking, and that's just all it is. It's affecting the game. It's affecting the community. Oh, well, here we go. Who's PC Lite? No, don't do that. Who's PC Lite? These guys, they're all here. I don't know why they're not joining. Oh, Haru. Haru is red screen. He's going to go red screen, is he? That's easy. You don't have to change that. It's bonus through. It's not bonus through. Hang on a second. Come on, guys. It's 5 past 11. Let's get this going. They're really not going to swap sides. They're just going to annoy me. Nah, stuff it. Because they'll get on a different map and they'll swap sides again. Do you like Cybit's new income stat on his... Yeah, I noticed that. He does have an income stat. The thing is, it doesn't... Like, when I was watching it, it doesn't seem that accurate. I don't know how he did. He's obviously got something tapped into the game, or... I was always thinking about for one of my, like, special VODs where I would have the income there, where I just record the replay 3 times and cut out just that. But it was a lot of effort for, like, very little gain. He's obviously got something that's measuring it, but again, when I was watching it, it didn't seem that good because like Drive ended up floating like tons and tons of money, which I think was unlikely. But anyway, it's good that stuff like that is coming out, and I do watch Masterleaf and Cybit as well. Mock still OP AF in team games. Well, Mock is the best late game Nod faction in the game. That's what they are. They're the best late game Nod faction. They have all the stealth, they have the charged particle beams, they have unlimited EMP, they just have, like, you can go Avatar, Venom, Redeemer, and it's so good. You know, it's so good. But yeah, just getting there is hard. It's like Steel Talons. If you get to like massive behemoth mammoth tank, that can become impossible to stop as well, or late game pack spam. It's just one of them things. Yes, there we go. Clear them out. Hey, finally. Russians. I could have just changed the scoreboard again, but couldn't be bothered. Who are we waiting for? We're open slot. You got open slot. So Chaos and Pennywise, where's Futurama? I'm going to message him myself. I don't know where he is. I'm pretty sure the other game is underway already. Probably should have checked that one. Assassin Spy's on now if we can get a third. Yeah, well, get out of this game because you'll be playing one of the other teams if that's the case. Yeah, quite surprised that Rex was the one that didn't show up. I'm just going to grab a quick drink of water, guys. I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. Looks like Futurama finally decided to rock up. Oh god, what happened to my game? Don't crash, don't crash. Oh, my game crashed. Good job. R19. Everyone's must have crashed. So he's still yellow. Shock Trumpet is cyan. Pennywise orange. Carouse red. Just waiting on Future. Alright. Shock Trapper is GDI, Traveler, AWEX Traveler, Shock's GDI. GDI Traveler screen. That looks pretty good. Guys, it is happening. It is happening. The tournament is starting, finally. 42 minutes late. Game replays is like, oh, just missed out another 10 minutes and it would have been their average time for starting late. But here we are on Forgotten 6. Oh man, here we go. We are in the tournament, guys. This is the 3v3 Kane's Wrath double elimination tournament here. We are on Forest 6? Did I say Forgotten 6? Whatever, it's basically Forgotten Forest, but it's a 3v3 map. Look at the radar, it's Forgotten Forest, but just bigger fields. There's a massive field. Beacon City going off here on the top left-hand side, playing for Team Russia. It is Shock Trepet. Here's the team captain here. He'll be playing as GDI. And down here, it is going to be AWEG1 playing as Traveler 59 and Russian Specs playing as Scrin. Here's Scrin Manila. Meanwhile, we're going to see some buzzer fights, and there's no way he's going to win that fight there. More buzzers rocking up. He's already secured the spike, and that's going to be an interesting fight there. Gets all of them with the single buzzer swarm. Take that. Over here, playing... Oh, a Crane open here. This is our orange player. I've forgotten who was orange. Pennywise. And our blue player up here is Futurama Russian, Ukrainian, whatever. Depends how that war ends up. But in the top here, in the north, we have... Wait, who's this? Chaos. Chaos, yes. I'll remember the colors eventually. I can't actually see the scoreboard. But you know how to... Oh, there's actually a spike. Not captured. Oh my god, he forgot. Pennywise forgot about his engineer. Huge error. Already seeing the pressure getting to Pennywise again. Not all these players are going to be the highest skilled because we do have obviously that limit of professionals. Haru comes in at a 4.0 and Shock is a 5, I believe. So that makes up 9 points, which means it was just 3 points left for AWEG1. AWEG1 being green. Battle markers going off. There is a blue Tiberium field down here. A little bit of a mountain range down there. Bunkers strategically positioned here. We're going to watch Pennywise. No, sorry, Chaos. Just move across, checking out those spikes. Now, they still didn't capture that spike there. We have a buzzer swarm here, which means Pennywise must have lost his engineer. Really bad stuff here. There should be another spike. Yeah, there is. Another spike in the top. No one secured the EMP spike on the right side there for Team Ukraine and friends. But Team Russia already has theirs secured by the Russian himself, Haru Specs. And Atmospheric Breaks is playing some oddly strange music tonight. Not this normal stuff they play. Must be Tribal Night or something like that. But anyway, Expansion comes down here for Haru, and look at that. The team is on point. They're on comms. Just now. And he's actually going to move his drone ship again. He's going to move it further because there's actually 3 fields here, and then he wants to be able to get the build radius, spread it out. These guys don't. These guys can get their own build radius here now with the refs, and this is going to help them out quite a bit. On the other end, we can see something very similar happening here as well. Chaos puts his ref there. Not sure if that was coordinated too well. Yeah, look at that. He's going to put his ref. Pennywise is going to put his ref on the far side. He actually went for a crane open. Doesn't hold that crane anymore. Eco City, there's no... Like, I guess it's a bit late to announce it now, but there's no rushing or anything happening. But we're just going to see Eco opens, and now we can see the small amount of unit production just to go out and just to cause the other guys some problems. Unfortunately, Away just getting some of his disintegrators chewed up there. He was counting on them to go with the Seekers to really push these guys back. But now a lot of the disintegrators have been destroyed. Looks like Pennywise has got some of his own units. Chaos is coming down with some pit bulls. So they're going to have to try to dislodge those disintegrators because they will cause some problems. There's a Buzzer Swarm coming in from Pennywise. Will take him out. And he had the same idea. Futurama bringing in his own disintegrators, and there is a bunker here that will cause problems, but not for these buzzers. They will bum rush it, and they will destroy that. Takes it out. Pretty intense now. These guys really pushing forward quite a bit. A couple of Seekers going down from both sides here. He's going to back up now. A lot of buzzers coming in behind these disintegrators. And Futurama just going to push those disintegrators forward. He's going to back up now. Did they get the blue tib behind it? No. No harvesters mining. This is the thing. They pushed forward to secure the blue tib field. Didn't take advantage of that. So what's happened is that both sides have expended a similar amount of units, but no one got the blue tib. So no harm, no foul. What's happening over here? Some pit bulls will make it through to the base. They are going to try to target down these guys. Look at that. Those harvesters are almost overlapping. Phase field is forced out. Very early phase field. The pit bulls will have to retreat. They're not going to be able to do too much else. There's a tripod. There's predator tanks. See you later. And now the left side team has got control of the blue Tiberian field. Are they sending harvesters? No, they're not sending harvesters either. But Futurama, big push with these disintegrators. He's got fast legs. He's going to come in. There's no fast legs for Haru because he's screwing vanilla. And there's actually not enough anti... Oh, look at that mine bomb there. Great mine bomb there from Shock Trap at Russian. He will take out most of those with the mine bombs. We have these gunwalks from Pennywise moving forward, but there's nothing much to support them, and the armor will dispatch them. They're actually shooting at tanks. Really bad targeting there. He was trying to focus fire, but he didn't have his anti-infantry taking out the infantry on the other side. These gunwalkers are going to reverse move. They will actually open up on these disintegrators. They will be able to destroy them, and now they've got plenty more forces back here. Not much else happening up on the radar, so I'm keeping a tight eye on that radar. In a 3v3, expect to see a lot, and AWEG 1 popping that lightning spike down. That was just maybe to get a more forward scout off. Still no one is actually making... Here we go, finally, Haru is sending 2 harvesters to that field. Temporal comes down on these guys. That was an aggressive temporal. There's nothing much here to take advantage of that, and we're going to see Pennywise and Futurama actually get out of the temporal. There's a Prodigy here as well. Prodigy is here. We'll keep it. Oh, the Prodigy will... Oh, he goes down. He just goes down. 2 Buzzer Swarms. Aweg and Haru both use the Buzzer Swarms there. He's walking into his own temporal, which is not good. That temporal lasts a long time, and then puts another one down. Now they're using their temporal, and it scores a massive hit on these guys. There's just not a lot here to actually take that out. Oh man, Pennywise does have a storm column here, and a stasis overlaps. That's terrible. Why would you overlap a stasis with a temporal? That's really bad. Meanwhile, Chaos does have this air-secured Marv coming up there as well, so Chaos has a contingency plan, but these guys need to hold fast. 1 Hexapod is out. That's from Futurama. He does have another Prodigy out. Marv assembly is complete. Chaos is going to be able to go and refine that main field. This tripod could easily be taken out by all this armor here. Yeah, he's going to have to try to phase that and teleport that away. No, he's not going to be able to do it in time. Futurama will lose that. Prodigy is here. They lost a ref as well. He teleports in the Prodigy, takes quite a few units, but this tripod needs to be phased. It will be phased. And he's going to move across here now. That Prodigy needs to get out of there. Chaos, meanwhile, harvesting that middle field, has Juggernauts. He's got his own units up there. So as long as these guys can hold down here, because they're getting pushed by Haru and Shock Trapper, and there are some... No, there's not much AWEG 1 here, actually. No AWEG 1. The Hexapod will force these guys back. They are going to try to cut in around this area here. The Prodigy could be very mean and come and teleport those tripods. We can see, here we go, he's going to teleport in. He's going to come in. He only grabs a singular tank. He's probably going to take another one, but he's getting shot up here. Oh, he just manages to get away. He just manages to get away there, and that's going to be the end of these forces. 2 APCs will survive, but they won't last too much longer. Meanwhile, what's happening over here? We have Juggernauts v Juggernauts. We missed a little bit of a fight there. There's some dead units here, and oh my god, Shock Trapper is just running in his Marv. Does he not realize there's a force here? He's just going to give his Marv away, unless it's going to get teleported. That's going to be the end of Shock Trapper's Marv. He must have been completely oblivious to the fact that there was an army there. He must have been busy down here controlling his units, but that is huge for Shock Trapper. Losing that out. Drone ship will launch. Pennywise going to make a move, and this game is very tight. We can see large army here from Haru, but no expansion. Firehawks are out. Whose are those? Chaos's Firehawks. Oh, he doesn't get the tier 3. The tier 3 is still alive. I'm not sure if the Scrin factions lost their tier 3. No, looks like Aweg has his up here, so he's going to be okay. And meanwhile, this Marv, I mean, the bad thing about this is that long term, this is a bad idea. Short term, fantastic idea. But the thing is, he needs to push now because he's Marvested so much of this field that, I mean, if this game goes for a long time, that's going to be detrimental because the Marv does not Marvest efficiently at all. It's actually terribly inefficient. Firehawks. Oh, Haru lost his drone, and there's Firehawks shooting Firehawks. Shock Trapper's got his own. I didn't even see what happened there, but Haru loses his drone ship. Going to reclaim some of those units there. That engineer should be able to make it to that husk. There's actually a neutral Juggernaut there. It must have been mind controlled or something. It is oh no, it's yellow. I couldn't see the colors from this side. Attack is swelling. A lot of Shock Troopers from AWEG 1 here. I don't think they're expecting this mass Shock Trooper. Shock Troopers, if you do this, it can catch the enemy off guard. But look at that, there's actually 4 towers here, and there's 3 Sonics. Oh my god. Yeah, good luck breaking that. There's 3 Sonics, 4 towers of Lightning Spike, and a ton of Juggernauts there. He sort of needs some Hammerhead air support or something like that. I mean, he's got Firehawks. Meanwhile, we can see Pennywise pushing over here, and you know what? Team Russia, they're in a bit of trouble. They have not secured another field yet, and we can see that Futurama and Pennywise have secured the middle. Like, when I say secured, I mean they're mining off of it. They don't actually have it under their control because there's an army over here. But there's no Nod factions in this game, so there's going to be no clips or anything like that. Devastator warship gets taken out. Mind control comes down. We'll be able to pop both of those tripods. That's really annoying. Teleports the tripods away. Oh, and they will be claimed. They will be claimed by AWEG 1 as well. Actually, they were his to begin with, maybe. I'm not sure. This is a pretty intense fight happening here. And you can see Haru's like, actually, no, I don't really want to know about that. Mastermind takes a tripod there. Battle markers up here as well. Looks like Chaos is pushing. Oh my god, Chaos is going to be almost unstoppable. They have no answer to this. I mean, he has Firehawks, which means he can actually take those out. Shard launchers is done. Meanwhile, what's happening down here? These guys are going to make a push over this side. Devastator warships, the artillery unit of choice for the Scrin forces here. Fantastic in its buildings, not so good against units, unless it's infantry. But yeah, there's 2 fights coming. We have a shockwave coming down. Not sure what that shockwave is coming down. It could be on the top side. No, it's going to be directly on top of Futurama. Firehawks come in. There is so much happening right now, and it looks like Futurama will back off. Meanwhile, what's happening down here? Chaos is almost completely unstoppable. He's just sieging these guys. The Marv has so much health. He's actually got a rank on the Marv, which means that Marv is going to be really difficult to take down, and he's just gradually moving forward. No tungsten shell, but he's putting down those turrets. They're not quite in range of those units there. Meanwhile, this attack is going to keep going. Futurama turns around. He's got a Prodigy right in there, takes that tripod, and will turn around. No, he actually captures it back with his own Mastermind. Haru just countering that effect there quite well. But there's so many tripods here now, and he's going to be able to destroy this base. That Juggernaut there will die. Meanwhile, what's happening down here? There is actually a Hexapod right in the middle of Chaos's force, but it's completely destroyed. There was way too much there. These 2 tripods will fall. That'll be the end of the top base there, and I think they're falling in the bottom side as well. Look at that. Haru Specs taps out. Futurama gains all of this stuff, and that's going to be the beginning of the end for this team. I think they may just begin to tap out. They've just been broken on the top and the bottom, so it's not normal that you see them broken in both areas, and that's going to be it. I think these guys here have just all left the game far too quickly, and we're going to have a freeze come in. R19 at its best. But yeah, that's going to be the end of that game here. Unfortunately, that is going to freeze it up, so I will have to get a new desktop and close that down. But yeah, pretty intense stuff. Yeah, the buzzer v buzzer fights are just a cluster. They are an absolute cluster. So that looks like that, yeah, surprisingly, I thought Team Russia was going to be one of the strongest teams in the tournament there. But, I mean, I wouldn't say that was, I mean, oops, did I just save that? I think I did, whatever. But yeah, but Futurama, like Chaos is, he was doing a lot of work up top. I mean, he was mainly fighting, what do you call it, AWEG. Let's just make sure these guys aren't doing anything. Trevor, AWEG saying it's Traveler, Shocks GDI, Chaos GDI, Pennywise Scrin, Futurama is Traveler. Looks like they are going to stick with everything they had before. Orange Scrin. Yeah, it looks like they are going to stick with the same factions as they had before. Same factions, same colors. They're going to stick with what they got. That's interesting. So we've got a GDI screen and a Traveler on both sides. But yeah, definitely, I mean, you could tell there that Shock Trapper and Haru played really well together there. I think AWEG won. He definitely is a bit of a weak link there. He didn't pull his weight in that one there. And even though Pennywise made some mistakes, he still was able to back up Futurama well enough that Futurama was able to push forward. And yeah, Chaos at the top. I mean, he did a pretty good job there. He just got that army that was just so impossibly difficult to stop. Well, this is a best of 5. Try to mute the microphone when I'm just trying to scoff some food. But I don't want you to think I'm going AFK. But we're on classic 6-shooter showdown. This has been around since Tib Wars. Classic map, still gets played, still as popular as ever. But just remember, even the losing team is still in the tournament. So it might seem high stakes, but which it is, but losing isn't the end of the series for them, or the end of the tournament. It's like Marcelleaf has joined the chat, so maybe we can get him on the stream later. But this game is starting now, so we're going to concentrate on that. Here we are on 6-shooter showdown. In the bottom center side, we have AWEG 1 playing as Traveler 59. To his left flank, we have Shock Trapper GDI. And on his right flank, the Russian Specs. He'll be playing... Oh! See you later, Chaos. Oh no, he's back. Chaos is with us. So they put... The pros are starting at the... Well, Haru's borderline pro. They're putting their best players at the front and AWEG sitting at the back. Meanwhile, Futurama Russian will start dead center down the middle there. So he's actually at the back with Pennywise on his left flank playing as Scrin and Chaos on his right flank playing as GDI. Again, definitely giving Futurama the captaincy of this one. He's definitely the captain. Shock Trapper, I reckon, is the captain of this team. Team Russia versus Team Ukraine and friends. Now, this is an interesting map because it's one of the few maps which makes blue Tiberium on your starting field actually work. It's a hard thing to do. It's hard to make a map where you have blue tip at the start and it doesn't completely cluster the game to pieces. But this map somehow, and this is why this map is still played to this day. It's been around since Tiberium Wars, since the very beginning, like 12, 13 years ago, and it's still played today. It's still popular, and that's because of the map design. It doesn't look like it on paper as well. A lot of choke points, a lot of broken up areas, but it works. It works. Counter scouting going on as well by these guys. A lot of counter scouting. Is anyone rushing? No, eco. No, everyone's got eco as the name of the game. I don't think you need 2 refineries here. I think we're going to see 2 refinery come out of... yeah, you don't need 2 refs on this field. I just don't think it's necessary. I mean, you can. Looks like everyone's doing it. Everyone's going to go 2 ref on the starting field. I would just go 1 ref and then just move the drone ship, because you have so much money from the blue tip. You don't need 2 refineries. You know, you can barely spend what you have with the limited production you have. Tier 2 comes down from Futurama. This could be a fast tech. I'm curious now. I want to see what this is. Yeah, he's going fast tech. He's actually the very last person I come across there. Scout comes down on the left flank. Pennywise will spot what's happening here. He's going to go for a lightning spike. This is not really a conceded push. I mean, there's already APCs and rockets here, and that's not what Scrin wants to see this early in the game, because it'll be able to counter. Oh my god, if he loses a harvester to that, that would be devastating. Oh, look at that. He puts another... Futurama puts his own spike down, but the harvester turns around, and it's actually going to be saved. Oh my god, that was clutch there. Oh. Looks like Chaos may be having some issues there. Chaos again on the DC screen. Who voted for him? This is definitely a rematch. Nothing's happened aside from some poking. Everyone's voted him except for one other person, myself. Yeah, Haru's calling for a rematch and he's on the other team. So Chaos has been defeated, but I think these guys are going to throw it in. I mean, there's some pushing happening. Are they going to continue this game? I don't think they can. It's Pennywise's calling Ree. And that's it. It is going to be a rematch here. Again, nothing significant happened. Neither side won or lost any engagement. No one was doing anything silly. I think that's good sportsmanship as well, that early in the game. A weird mid position as a crane. You don't, I mean, you can go crane on blue tip field, but it's one of them things. Time is 11:30. So Chaos is back here. Hopefully his connection is a bit more stable than what it was last time. They might want to double check their teams as well. They're not quite lined up properly. Screen, GDR, screen, trap. Yep. So everything's pretty much staying the same there. Oh, they're waiting on me. Herp. Will they pick the same position? So AWEG is 5, Future is 6. No, they've swapped. No, wait, Future is 7. Oh, no. They're still in the exact same spots they were before. So everything is exactly the same as it was before. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, if I cut it up, this is a rematch. The game only went for 2 or 3 minutes before it desyncs. So again, AWEG starts center bottom. He is flanked by Shock Trepet. and her Russian specs. On the north side, Chaos holds the right flank for Team Ukraine and friends. Futurama here, he'll start center mid with his left flank partner here, Pennywise, playing as Scrin Vanilla. Sticking with their factions, so we've got a Scrin, a Traveler, and a GDI on both teams. So they've got, it's almost like a mirror, if you think about it, because they both have a Traveler, they both have a GDI, and they both have a Scrin. No nods, surprisingly. No one's got their hand on the nod trigger just yet. I mean, everyone has their own personal opinions as to what the best faction is. I personally don't think there is any one faction that is the strongest. I think there's a couple that sit at the top and others which are more a mid-range type thing. But Nod Vanilla is definitely... Nod Vanilla, GDI Vanilla, and Scrin Vanilla. Probably some of the most common factions, the vanilla ones. Because the thing about the sub-factions is that, yes, they specialize and are really good at specific things, but they have weaknesses because of that. They have to have weaknesses, otherwise they'd be too strong. Whereas GDI, Nod, and Scrin Vanilla, they have a bit of everything. You know, they're not particularly well versed in any one particular area, but they have everything they need. You know, if you play as Black Hand, you get ready to play without air support and stealth. If you play as Reaper, be prepared to have no artillery and limited or no mind control or anything like that. You play as Steel Talons, see you later Sonics and Zone Troopers. Very good at... Oh my god, so Chaos is actually going for a 2 War Factory all-in pusher. He's changed things up. He's gone for 1 Refinery. Pennywise is 2 Ref. Not Haru, sorry. Futurama, is he going to go for a Nerve Center? No, he's going to go for a Stasis. He's changing up as well. We have units here being cleared out in the middle somewhat. No one's actually secured anything in the middle. Meanwhile, we can see that... they would have spotted the MCV. He can't go up the hill, though, because this Photon Cannon would put a lot of damage on that MCV. You've got to remember, the MCV cannot deploy on the slope. It's not flat ground. It needs a flat ground to deploy. And now he's going to run forward. He's got a lot of units here. That tower was really badly placed. He should have put the tower over here, and it could just shoot over the ridge. Now he puts it behind, but that is a massive buzzer swarm, and that will clean most of the disintegrator squads. There's 6 Predator tanks back there. If he can get them forward, a War Factory comes down. This is a really conceded push. There's actually something happening over there. No, it's just a Harvester wandering across something. And again, that tower placement, you're just throwing that out there to get destroyed. You just wasted $600. But there is a Photon Cannon, there is a Lightning Spike. Surprisingly, the Lightning Spike is not being repaired by the War Factory. Actually, I think it's because the drones are repairing the other... No, the drones don't appear to want to repair the Lightning Spike, so that's interesting. I thought they might have, although I guess it's technically a structure. There's actually a dev tank here popping shots from behind the line. Will they try to focus it down? Not 100% sure. He's very indecisive with the tanks there. He needs to start focusing things down. We'll focus him down. Probably doesn't need to worry too much about the disintegrator squads there. We can see that this power plant actually might be helping the top team there because it's blocking the dev shots. There's actually 3 devs here now. That one has no charge. He's used all his charge up. Look at this base, which is clustered in here. Oh my god, it's really packed in tight. But with 3 devs, he can reverse move these devs. If he reverse moves the devs, he can't really afford to lose those. There's 4 dev tanks. He loses 1 on the right flank. These disintegrator squads come in. Oh my god, these are Futurama's disintegrator squads. They're going to come in. They're going to destroy 1, 2 of the devs. All the devs are down now. Haru is falling. Haru is falling. Oh my god, this is not good. This is not good. The MCV is now pushing up there. Is that a... Oh my god, he's got a Devastator warship out. He sells the gravity stabilizer straight away because he's 1 base. Hardcore 1 base. He's just leeching over there. Destroys another Devour tank. And look at this. Deploys the MCV. We're probably going to see a Storm Column. That Devastator warship will finish off that structure very quickly. It's only going to take... Not even take its last shot and it's gone. He's going to move on to the Nerve Center. That's all the tier 2 going down for Haru Specs. Haru Specs has been defeated. This could be the beginning of the end. There is battle markers up here. We can see there's a Storm Column there blocking that. Prodigy comes in. That belongs to Futurama as well. He's going to be able to defend this base, no worries. Shock Trapper is just going to let this fall because he's too busy doing other things. Oh man, and this force here now from AWEG just being destroyed. He will get the Prodigy. Oh my god, he did the Prodigy. Oh my god, he does not get the Prodigy. The Prodigy gets away. He actually got a little bit of repairs from the War Factory, and that saved it. And now it will actually survive. And AWEG is just single filing Seeker tanks into the... It's not good at all. And it looks like Shock Trapper and AWEG, they're going to fight. Shock Trapper he's got mining operations down there. Not a lot. He's actually over here. So somehow he's got a force over here. And Pennywise doesn't have anything to defend. There's dead Devour tanks there, a couple of dead Harvesters. He's going to chase that Harvester. He should be able to get that one. One more shot and it's his. Oh, he does get it just in time. Going to be a portal coming down. They could pump out some Disintegrator squads and they'll be fine. This Dev tank's going to walk down the... he's just gone down there now. He's going to get destroyed. That's unfortunate. So Shock Trapper's making some waves over here. A few Hammerheads coming, which means no Disintegrators can do anything. There's actually no AP ammo on there. Not that he's building anything from the portal anyway. I think Pennywise is panicking there. He's got a tier 3. Maybe he's trying to bust out a Storm Column. He's got a defense queued. It's a Photon Cannon. It's not going to be good enough. There's actually some rocket squads here from Shock Trapper, but meanwhile, oh, here comes Chaos. He's pushing this base actually quite a lot. There's 4 Photon Cannons now, 3, about to be 2. But there is some infantry here. Probably going to be able to finish off. No AP ammo from the GDI player just yet. Battle markers raging over here. They are going to start targeting the drone ship. Oh my god. It looks like Pennywise is left. We're down to a 2v2. Team Russia. Team Russia is all of a sudden turning this around. This looked like a set defeat when Haru tapped out. But Shock Trapper is making it happen. He's somehow making it happen. AWEG 1 is not making it happen over here though. Harvester's idle. They've sort of been moved somewhat off the line. And now he's just moving his tanks in here. AWEG is falling. AWEG has nothing behind this as well because he has no other expansion, which means he's pretty much dead. Hammerheads are responding. They can take out the Coulter squad. If they get rid of that one Gunwalker, there's actually no anti-aircraft here, but he's not going to target the Gunwalker. He's going to fly across. He's going to kill that Coulter squad. No worries. He needs to focus down. He's realized now that he can just focus down that one Gunwalker. He will get it, and now he can focus down the remaining tanks. Meanwhile, he has secured this area. Going to be able to take out that nerve center there. Chaos probably doesn't need that anymore. Probably not aware that it's there because Chaos is probably preoccupied elsewhere. Chaos did get all of Pennywise's infrastructure and units, and that's Devastator warship. It will fall. AWEG had some units here, had some Gunwalkers, and the tanks will fall as well. And what does Chaos have? He's only just got a ref down. He's had to deploy a ref. He sold off that tier 3 because it just got beaconed. He doesn't have any use for... I mean, he could have used it for the phase field. But Shock Trapper looking for something to destroy. Shock Trapper is moving mining operator. He only had one ref there the whole time. Got another ref down here. AWEG is not looking very healthy at all. He's long range mining. So in terms of economy, I mean, Futurama's looking pretty good. But the other 3 players are all just really huffing on fumes right now. They do actually... Oh, I was going to say, I thought they had the towers. But no, they're actually the bunkers here. They could probably threaten that drone ship if Shock Trooper moved his army into position there. Not sure if they can actually see that. I mean, they should be able to because there was a lightning spike just there. Those tripods are responding now, so that's a problem as well. Things just slowing down. I wouldn't say slowing down. Everyone's just taking a deep breath because the last like 7 or 8 minutes has just been non-stop. And Chaos has actually built a big bunch of pitbulls. These could go around and cause some serious problems. Hammerhead's here actually trying to take the Blue Tiberium, which it looks like he has taken a fair bit of it, but will lose the Harvester in the process. He's got quite a number of Hammerheads here. Nothing garrison, and then AWEG still long-range mining. He's not even building a refinery. He's actually building combat units. I don't know about this here. He doesn't even have fast legs. Like, he's just sort of hemorrhaging money at the moment. This long-range mining is not effective. It's actually a refinery there. You could have put that down there. Yeah, it looks like Futurama and Chaos may have enough, but Shock Trapper, he's got a ref there, and he's got a ref here too. He's actually looking to try to expand. Oh, he's got Firehawks. He got the tier 3 too. He got no shard launchers came down, so Shock Trapper now carrying. He's picking up AWEG, he's putting him on his back, and he's carrying him over the finish line here, but I mean, there's actually still a while to go before they actually hit that finish line. Takes out a structure there, not sure what it was. Wasn't the tier 3, might have just been a power plant or something like that. Players of Mr. Battery will have a go at those Hammerheads. They will evac out of there. Pitbulls will find Disintegrator squads. They're not going to be able to get through them. They're going to need some type of anti-infantry. It's just not practical to drive through that amount of units there. Fastlinks is done for AWEG, so somehow managed to get that up. I mean, but AWEG, does AWEG have the control for Cultists? Because Cultists in this situation, fantastic at stealing enemy units. But you've got to have the micro for them. You know, they're a high risk, well, not high risk, but they're a high micro, high reward unit. Fantastic unit when used by the pros. But players like AWEG, we're going to have to see if he can actually get the captures off. Going to send 2 squads forward solo. Nothing garrison there as well. Firehawks, oh my god, they just attacked the power grid. One of them will go down. Actually, looks like some more were destroyed there. Shock Trap, he lost all of them. Oh my god, that's not good. Oh, look at that. He grabs the tripod and he goes into the bunker. He's going to grab a tank as well. Yeah, this is just annoying. He can just whittle this force down. Got to watch out though, those gunwalkers. Probably not worth trying to run at those gunwalkers. We'll de-garrison and make a run for it. Gets the squad away. That's nice. Shock Trap it now, moving up to his behemoth. Why does G's? I play the game. I don't know why people would say that. Oh, geez, what's happening over here? Pitbull's coming in. They will be destroyed. Not able to. They might have taken down one hammerhead, but we have a zone troopers there. Maybe for a Marv incoming. The space uplink is online as well. A few beacons here from AWEG. He's got to watch out. He could be at risk of being attacked here, but one hammerhead is going to respond, and that's going to probably be the end of it. It's going to be able to destroy most of these. There is a tower here. The rest of the hammerheads coming. It's actually a garrison here as well, so those guys are not getting anywhere into that base. And Shock Trap are very much stabilized with AWEG. AWEG now has a refinery down. Finally, it took him forever to get that down, but he does have one. He's actually got a Prodigy come out. Takes an APC, forces him to destroy it. No AP ammo. Oh my god, there's chaos. Massive area mind control comes down from the Prodigy of AWEG as well. But does Chaos not have... Oh, he does have one. I was going to say, what's he doing? He's got one. He doesn't have a tier 2. He does not have tier 2, which means he's a long way from it. And AWEG is actually taking Gunwalkers. He's actually done it. He's been good enough. And these guys have spent the last few minutes destroying their own forces. Hexapod is out now. It does have a Mastermind garrisoned. But Shock Trap has been unharassed for quite some time, and it's allowed him to... I mean, I'm surprised he's put a second ref on any of these fields. He's actually moving up here. He's going to try to get the blue Tiberium. Probably already got some there. So he's more interested in going around and securing as many Tiberium fields as possible. Isn't aptly mining off any one field, but he's got enough income. I mean, we can see he's got sniper teams coming in now. He's got 6 Juggernauts, and that's going to be enough to really put some serious pressure on the... Hexapod. If Hexapod teleports in as well, there's about a dozen tanks here, and they're going to put some serious firepower on it as well. Prodigy comes in here. Oh, he's going to have to move his forces. AWEG 1 is under attack here. Not sure what he's trying to do here. He will area mind control, and a teleport comes in. He must have thought he was going to teleport a tripod in there. Almost certainly, I think. And he's actually going to move these corruptors backwards and force fire them. Yeah, he's going to destroy them. Coordination there. These guys must have comms because he must have known that they were there. But blue Tiberium coming in for the team on this side. This blue Tiberium field from Haru has not been taken. And I just can't help but feel that Chaos has not aptly spent his time wisely here. He still does not have AP ammo. It's not done. It's now finally being researched. He's got an airfield down, but he's just got this tier 1 force. And again, look at this. AWEG is just mind controlling it to oblivion. He has worn down so much of this force. Oh, Buzzer Hive will dispatch that. But there's a Hexapod here now. Not fully garrisoned. Here come more zone troopers. Not zone troopers, sorry, shock troopers. What's happening over here? We do have some gunwalkers. Pulls back the damage hammerheads. Not far enough. Not far. He puts the Sonic into that. He probably didn't need that. He was clean those up with the hammerheads he has there. These hammerheads proving very resourceful. No Storm Riders coming out. Shards is done, so the hammerheads can't do any base harass really, but otherwise they'll be completely destroyed. But Chaos is not doing a lot. It's up to Futurama. He's carrying right now on the right-hand side. AWEG still not setting up apt mining operator. He's completely leached that whole field out. Very ineffective. It's going to be Hexapod v Hexapod. Here comes the army though. Railguns is done from Shock Trap. I mean, he's got railguns. He's got sniper teams down here as well. He might be looking for the Bombard as well. I think he's got sniper teams in the base because we know he did have that sharpshooter squad come in. No, he doesn't have any eyes, so obviously they're either being used at the front line here or they've been killed. It's always awkward when you see the Hexapod v Hexapod and they're just sort of shooting each other but not really doing a lot. Oh, Futurama loses his Prodigy there. Probably going for the MCV snipe, but didn't realize the hammerheads were there. Instantly deleted him. And he's going to move forward now because he knows. He knows there's going to be no Prodigy. And here comes the teleport here. AWEG gets the EMP. He gets it on the rear armor. And Phase instantly phases that. Instantly phases it. Temporal is down here. It's going to dislodge these units. Oh, he's got mammoth tanks here as well. Oh my god. Chaos is dead. Chaos is not going to be able to withstand this. Another mind control comes in, and we're going to see this huge front open up. Firehawks coming in, orbital strike on the right-hand side, and it's Firehawks from both sides, or just Chaos. And look at that, Chaos is out. No, sorry, Future Armor's out of the game, and Chaos will follow suit. There's no way they were going to hold that. So Shock Trap it looked so bad for Team Russia at the start of that game. When Haru went out, I thought that game was going to be over in like a minute or so, but the game went for another 10 minutes, and Shock Trap pulled it out of the bag. Chaos, that time there, Chaos didn't pull his weight. He sort of, once he'd killed Haru, he sort of just sat around and just let himself get mind controlled over and over and over again. Didn't really build up his tech or expand or do anything useful. So I'm probably giving him a bit of a hard time, but Shock Trap played brilliantly there. And that's going to level the score. Lamar's team has DQ'd. Why has Lamar's team DQ'd? Oh my god, are they really going to play this map? They're not really going to play this map. Dodge quit. Let's update the scoreboard. Ugh. That definitely doesn't look like it's in the middle. Yeah, whatever. Looks like these guys are probably going to keep their where did Haru and Shock go? They didn't actually just leave, did they? Haru hosted, but it's loser's pick. Yeah, loser's pick. I think Team Haru wanted to pick the map, but not realizing. I don't think Haru actually realized that he won that game. Maybe he doesn't have comms with them, or maybe he tapped out of the comms. Huge carry by a Shock Trapper though. Space Garden. I have seen this map, but I've never played on it. Where are the brackets? We probably have time to look at the brackets. Let's just refresh the bracket. So we're 1-1 here. The winner plays Hulk, Drive, Oko, Poco. Bike Crush team looks like Lamar's team was DQ'd for some reason. Yeah, Dimmy DQ'd. Well, no surprises there. They probably lost the first game and Dimmy probably rage quit. So now it's Bike Crush, Guaspari and Bart versus that team. I don't know where that team came from, but whatever. I don't think... Yeah, I think they're probably going to be... I'm not sure if they're going to go... Look at that, best of 7, best of 9. It's going to be a long one. I mean, they're running out of teams though, aren't they? to really play that. Let's keep it moving. So Haru, Scrin, GDI, Trav, Scrin, GDI. They're going to stick with the same teams, same factions. Let's have a look at their team layout. So we have Aweg sitting at the back, and Haru will be on the north side. No, they're going to swap it around. Look at that. They actually swapped it around. No, Aweg's going to sit back there. And then, yeah, Shock's going to be up the top. and Haru's going to be down the bottom. So they're putting their weakest player at the back. Aweg, it definitely is pretty weak. I mean, he did okay in that game there, but you can see he was just slow. He took him forever to do anything because he just almost a refusal to set up a proper economy. It would have been a lot easier for him if he had that. Meanwhile, Futurama will start on a flank with Chaos. Looks like they're putting Pennywise at the back. I noticed that Pennywise is in the more support position, getting things up and running in the background. But this is Space Guard. It's 1-1 in the series, and we have Aweg 1. He's starting on the west side, central point, to his right flank, or his north flank. It's going to be Team Captain Futurama leading Team Ukraine and friends. And down the bottom, we're going to have Whoa. No, hang on, I've got that wrong. Yeah, no, that was Shock Trepid. And this is Haru. Oh my god, I'm so used to Futurama being Cyan, but we're going to see Futurama over here playing as Trav, Pennywise as Skrin, and Chaos as GDI. Let's have a look at this map here. Okay, so you do have one of them stupid little thin paths that goes to the enemy over there. No buildings there or anything. There is... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Look at it. This map is actually quite large. Huge ramp. And I like the fact that these ramps are so big because on those other crappy 8-player garden maps, these things are so thin that it's just impossible. They're just death traps to move through. This is a lot thicker. But you have a blue field, and then you've got 3 green fields before you even have to consider moving to the center. Is that glass? Yeah, you should be able to drive over that. You might not be able to build on it. Expansion points are there. Oh, you can probably build on it if there's an expansion point there. Otherwise, that'd be pretty useless. It's like Chaos is going to clean up those scouts there from the Harushan. He's going to dig a foxhole right in the middle of that pine forest there. There you go. Just see the camouflage there. It'd be better if it was the green color. I do like forestry type maps as long as they're done right. This one, I mean, it's pretty man-made. Like, it looks man-made, even though it's... I mean, I guess it's sort of, to an extent, supposed to be. Oh, disintegrators. I don't think he lost a harvester, though. That's unusual that Haru... No, they're Harus. They would have crossed the entire map. Unless he put a portal down there and he pushed with Futurama, and there was something I missed because I was too busy having a big cry about this map. Oh, my God. What the hell? It just sort of drops off. Wee! Space. But anyway, double ref with a crane. Why not? Actually, he had a harvester. He's actually put a ref down over here because that's where he needs to put it. But he needs to move the harvester to the blue tip field, which is very good because it's way better to do this. Actually, a few pit bulls coming in. Let's just have a look and see what's happening up there. Nothing much. That's going to be cleaned up. We're going to see if these pit bulls are going to get a harvester from Haru. They may very well get a Haru harvester. Yeah, I think they're going to get it. It's good control from Haru to get that around the war factory, but it's just not going to be enough. The question is, how many pit bulls will he pay for that? Only one pit bull. One pit bull for a harvester. Cha-ching. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Actually, harvesting off the green field. Probably just want to move that harvester over here, buddy. Get that blue tip as quickly as possible. These guys here just sort of saying g'day. Not even going to stop and finish that squad off because he doesn't need to. He's cooler than that. Pennywise moving the Hubble. Looks like he's going to be moving to the center, and I think this is planned. He's going to move to the center. The others will expand off of him. Chaos. He's got a 4th ref up. No, sorry, it's only 3. Yeah, you don't really need to put 2 ref on the blue tip field. You put the other one over here because you can put 1 ref here, 1 ref here, and then it's basically a 2 ref field, and then you can support with that. 3 ref from Shock Trepid. And 3... Oh, he's got 6 refs. He's got a crane up. He's really cranking that macro out. Tier 2 is down, but no AP ammo. Maybe forgotten about that one. On a map like this, in a team fight like this, you're going to want the armor-piercing ammunition like there is no tomorrow. Haru guarding the center area here. There's actually expansion points located here and here as well. And that EMP control center in the center. Get it? Control center is in the center of the map. Maybe that's why they named it. I don't know. Anyway. Tier 3, look at that. Tier 3 friends. That's pretty close. You could control bomb that. That's you don't want to put your tech centers that close together. You get 2 for the price of 1. But they are pretty far back. It's going to be hard to reach this. Yeah, look at this because Shock Trepid's going double airfield Firehawk. He's getting ready to strike down. And a big scan. Oh, big scan here. and he's only got one Firehawk up. It's a huge scan, putting down the Storm Column, so that can't be bombed as well. It's really hard to bomb the tier 3 when there's a Storm Column, because the Storm Column can almost one-shot a Firehawk. Oh, this is R19, so they've probably done something stupid and made it one-shot a Firehawk because it's Leaf mod, and pretty much Leaf dictates whatever he wants in this version of the match. Pennywise is at the center, must have had a crane because he's got a warp chasm and he's got a war factory and he's got a portal here. You can build on the glass by the looks of things. What's happening? I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything important. That's a lot of turrets. Are you sure, Chaos? What's all the turrets for? This, I mean, does he not scout? Does he not realize there's nothing terrible coming on the ground that's going to be able to threaten this base? Tier 3 comes down. Stratifier just completes as the tier 3 drops, so Firehawks are on the board for both GDI players. Wormhole comes down, and oh, what was that? Something was captured. I don't know what. I don't know what it was, but he captured. Oh, look at that! He got the drone platform. He got the drone ship. We can see because it was here, and there's the wormhole. Does he have a? He's got a crane, so he's fine. Doesn't have a gravity stabilizer, but he will require one if he wants to get back in the game. He did get a ref down, which is nice. It means he can refine off this field, at least start that mining operation. Shock Trapper, already 2 ref, only 2 harvesters, not fully utilized in the area. More forces coming from his main base, not looking to continue to push through this tight choke. It's not really that favorable to do that, just because, you know, when you get here, you can't get down here because the enemy will sit right here. So when you go through it, they'll just pour gunfire in there. Big buzzer swarm from AWEG doesn't get the prodigy, although these buzzers are still alive. Oh, he stopped moving. Oh my god, Futurama. Oh, that's, you don't like to see it. Looks like Haru pushing in with some dev tanks. Doesn't really get anything done. Battle markers, oh my god, what is happening over here? Pennywise just running right into Shock Trapper. A stasis just completes there, and now the Juggernauts have to move. Big stasis on the left flank there. Teleports in the Hexapod. It is getting mad. Futurama is here with Pennywise. Shock Trapper is getting rolled. And we can see trying to block AWEG 1 reinforcements here. And also block these ones as well. They actually belong to Pennywise, though, by the looks of things. Who are those tripods belong to? Are they Futuramas? Is that just a lighter blue? No. That all belongs to Pennywise. And Shock Trapper is just getting completely broken apart. He's got no... And that Sonic emitter will just be EMP'd in a heartbeat if these guys realize it's actually there. Oh, AWEG does have his Eradicator Hexapod here, though. And this Sonic emitter is shooting at the phased Hexapod, which is not good at all. It's just firing shot after shot into just basically nothing. They should be trying to kill off Futurama's Hexapod. They might be able to kill Pennywise's Hexapod when it unphases. If they can get an EMP off, this will be even better because they can slow it down and almost guarantee to kill. Oh, that temporal though. Oh, they're going to get both of them. Oh my god, do they not have a phase? No, they've used it all. Both Hexapods. That's a 2-for-1. They get a 2-for-1 kill there. And those tripods will be destroyed. AWEG holds his Hexapod. No garrisons in there. Better not forget about that. I don't know how, but somehow Shock Trapper still has a base here. I mean, there's not much left of it, but he holds it. And here comes another refinery. Amazing. Again, that looked like a fight where it's like, hey, the Russians are just going to get overrun here, but somehow pulled it out. That Devastator warship might want to target down that war factory, actually taking out some of those tribot husks, which is nice. And there's actually 2 of them there. They could easily go on and take out that war factory, and I think they're going to. I'm not sure what happened to Shock Trapper's Firehawks. He might have some. Here they go. Just as I say that, and look at that perfect split. Both of them down. They didn't get the war factory. They could have targeted that. They were trying to go for the MCV, which, I mean, I can't blame. They almost got it, but nonetheless, they haven't got it. A couple of AA turrets coming down now as well, but Chaos is just pulling up. Haru hasn't really done a lot about Chaos here, and he's moving his MCV. He's got a large army, just 1 ref there though. He's harvesting the middle field. He's coming to attack. Futurama's base is here with Pennywise. Not as well developed as you'd like it to be. I mean, it's reasonable, I guess. Has forgotten to put garrisons in there. Yeah, we got some shock troopers coming out now, so I think he might be on top of things, but they got to be wary. I mean, Shock Trapper needs an uplink. Oh, he doesn't have an uplink at all. Not that I can see. No, it doesn't look like he has an uplink. He's going to need one. I mean, if he doesn't have one, he should be working on it. In something building, I almost certainly think that's going to be an uplink. These Firehawks take out another Devastator warship. They will move to the center there. Here we go. We've got an uplink coming down. Shockwave is coming down. Who's that going to land on? Oh, it actually lands on Shock Trapper, but there's not a lot there to take advantage of that because the Juggernauts are not in range. They're not actually dealing with the Hexapod, and the Hexapod's just going to walk all over these guys here. There's an orbital there, but I mean, it gets one and it damages the rest, but that orbital needs to be supported with more than just that. And we have Storm Riders here from Haru. He loves his Storm Riders, and all of a sudden, Chaos is losing all of his Juggernauts. His expensive army's going down. Mind Control comes down. They should be able to get the Marv as well. This Marv needs to die. Firehawks flying over the top. Not sure what they're going to be doing. They're going to be trying to shoot those down. Firehawks here coming in as well from the yellow from Chaos as well. We got Firehawks everywhere. Those Firehawks are on hold ground stance. EMP comes down. Not sure what that was. Looks like it lands on Futurama. He was trying to attack at the same time. This is crazy. What is going on here? More reinforcements spreading through from Pennywise. Captures the MCV. That will go down. Firehawks coming. Teleports in. There's so much happening. I can barely even keep an eye on what's happening. Big phase. Big phase. Tripods there. Get the EMP off. 3 Juggernauts were destroyed in the process, though. Should be able to regain one of those. These guys need to move those Juggernauts out the way. Those Devastator warships. He's just building them like there's no tomorrow. And, actually, no, Pennywise is here. Pennywise has quite a large army. AWEG 1 saves the Hexapod with a phase, but it's very badly damaged. He's going to try to run in, but it's just going to get EMP'd. Oh my god, he EMPs it a bit late there, loses a tripod or two. Area Mind Control comes down on the Juggernauts. We have an orbital strike coming on the top right-hand side. Takes out that tripod. Will do more sporadic damage to these forces. Might get a second tripod. Actually going to hit some of these guys as well. And we have the asteroid coming in. Futurama getting really hit hard by those support powers. And these Juggernauts are sort of standing out in the open here now. They're just going to get destroyed momentarily. We have the Unphase coming in. Did AWEG lose his Hexapod? No, it's still here. It will almost certainly be dead as soon as it unphases, though. And now pouring through. All the Devastator warships are being destroyed by this big, massive swell of Gunwalkers. They will clean up the Disintegrator squads, but these 2 Hexapods are walking through there. There's a Prodigy trying to move back. The uplink is there, but I think it's pretty much been exhausted of all its powers. And they need to try to stop this Hexapod. Is actually getting quite low on damage. There's still one Juggernaut that teleports it out of there. He teleports it away. Now they're going to try to deal with this other one. Big phase comes down, gets all those units. They're no longer a threat aside from crushing. Oh, the problem for the Russians, though, is that their economy is shot now, especially with that last refinery going down. What do they have left at their disposal? I mean, there's Devastator warships here. Even if they somehow hold this, which I don't think they're going to, they have no economy behind this because the rest of the map is dry aside from what Haru has down here. Looks like we have Firehawks probably bombing something. Haru has no air defense there whatsoever, so those guys are just free to do whatever they want. He's going to chase them home. There's actually no anti-aircraft there as well. It's just a single Storm Rider follows them home. And look at this, Pennywise now pushing across. And I think Team Ukraine and friends might have this game wrapped up. A beacon was placed by Futurama. And there we go. AWEG has been defeated. Shock Trapper must have tapped out just before that, and Haru will follow suit. So the Russians once again being defeated quite, I wouldn't say consistently. It was a close game. They did a good job at holding, but yeah, look, Haru didn't feel like he was in that fight. I didn't see much Haru forces at all in that game, and you can see right there that was the case. We saw a lot of AWEG. We saw plenty of Shock Trapper, but fortunately, Haru let that one slide. Futurama, Pennywise, and Chaos. Chaos was in a bit of trouble as well, but managed to reclaim himself. Almost 100,000 more to the Team Ukraine and friends there. But it is match point for Futurama's team there. They do have them on match point, so let's just update that scoreboard a bit. There we go. Hello, GZM from Auckland. Are you nearby? No, I'm not in New Zealand. Why isn't Future going GDI? I think the reason why they're doing what they're doing is because they want an even split of certain technologies. Although there's a lot of Scrin. There's basically 2 Travs and 2 Scrin Vanillas. So I think they want the Juggernaut Marv, Firehawks, because that's good. Like, Firehawks are very good against Scrin. And with 2 Scrin players there, that's what you want to see. So Haru's going to stick with Scrin. Future, yeah, he's going to stay the same. They're staying the same, and they're going to pick Dead 6. So they're going to go to a classic EA map again. This is the same as 6 Shooter Showdown. It's been in here since the dawn of time. Since the dawn of time. But this is it. Loser will go to the loser bracket, so it's not all doom and gloom if you lose this match here. But it would be nice, because essentially if you win this match here, you're going to stay in the top 4. I believe the other side of the brackets is already starting to play. Let me see if I can refresh the brackets here. Yeah, looks like Akon DQ. Yeah, looks like they might have lost another team, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. There's probably only going to be about 4 teams left anyway. It's a bit unfortunate that this is how the tournament, especially for a tournament like this where you need these teams to stick together. I will be right back. Alright. Looks like Futurama does need a minute, but he should be back with us shortly. I mean, it is surprising, like, normally, especially on those maps where you all go into the middle, they don't have a nod faction there for the disruption tower. It's a very good defensive weapon or defensive utility. But nonetheless, we're going to be jumping into Dead 6. It was an interesting map, that last one, so. But in the top center side, we have Chaos playing. Oh, actually, no, he's changed his faction. Oh my god. He has changed to Marked of Cain. We're going to fix scoreboard. Sneaky, sneaky. So Chaos is in the center playing as Marked of Cain. To his left flank, it is Futurama Russian playing as GDI. Was he the GDI player? Oh my god. Futurama's GDI. Pennywise stays the Scrin. I didn't even spot them change factions. It's alright, things take a little while to get going on this map. But yeah, Futurama will crane open. He's on the left flank. That means Pennywise will be on the right flank. Scrin Vanilla down the bottom left. We have Shock Trapper using the crane to try to crawl. That's a big crawl there. Double ref as well, not moving the MCV at all. In the center, they've popped AWEG again in their center. This seems to be their strategy. Put AWEG in between the two better players, and Haru Specs also using that same crawl technique. Playing a Scrin Vanilla. You got to get that blue tib first. There's no point going green tib. Which is, it's like the two middle players both went green tib. I mean, they definitely want their second ref on that blue tib. Looks like AWEG will clean those up. AWEG went for the spike. Oh, running over the blue Tiberium. It's going to almost completely destroy that squad. Oh, geez, Futurama, get out of there. Turret comes down. We'll dispatch that squad there from Shock Trapper. Scout comes in from Chaos. Actually, no, the Chaos is supposed to be scouting this side. This is the enemy team over here, buddy. We have Chaos with his mock unit there. He's going to gear. Look at that. Oh my god, Haru just being sneaky, sneaky. Puts the power plant down to gain distance. And then that EMP does nothing because I'm actually Nah, pretty much does nothing. Look at that, gonna walk straight into that foxhole. Unusual place to have a foxhole right there. But Shock Trapper's got one, because that's just the kind of guy he is. Not securing his backfield just yet. Probably gonna do that later. Oh, did they? I don't think they spotted the tier 2 from Haru. Haru's placed it all the way across the map as well. Won't be spotted from there. Maybe he's going to tuck his tier 3 back there. That's probably going to be very difficult to locate and scout because it's not an area of the map you tend to look over, way over this left side. And look at that, more tech is being clustered down there. They might have to be careful if that gets discovered. Tier 2 from the mock player. Lightning Spike comes down. Don't think it's going to get anything there. We have Pennywise with his Devour tank there, but looks like Haru is also going for some Devour tanks before they get to tripods. They're going to want these Dev tanks to really hold the line against any push. Yeah, he's going to pull those back straight away, realizing that he's going to be up against other Dev tanks. It's not going to work out favorably for an attacker, especially if he knows it's coming. A couple of turrets here already, and that's going to completely dispatch the infantry forces here of Futurama. He's going to have to abandon this run pretty quickly. Shock Trap, it's all over this. He's got a War Factory. He's got his own rockets. Didn't even pop that foxhole. He lost basically nothing then, but I mean, as long as if Futurama lost a lot, he lost like 2 or 3 infantry squads, and that's it. So not a big deal. Tech tucked away in the back here, but again, this is an area where you expect to find it. Look at this. Tucking away that tier 3 there, Haru specs. He knows he's not planning on putting up any air turrets down here at all. I mean, if you're going to try to defend against Firehawks, you want to cluster your air and your tech all together. Haru's going to make a move on these guys here. Surprisingly, not using the disintegrators to his full advantage. They're only now just firing. We'll pop those dev tanks pretty quickly. Actually going to get a tripod. Yeah, he gets it. Heroic disintegrators, because, I mean, a disintegrator kills a tripod. It's going to go straight heroic. And he will take that out. He actually could get a harvest as well. Buzzer Swarm comes down, and he's going to be cleaned up there. Meanwhile, what's happening over here? Looks like the Russians are now pushing on each other. Lots of reinforcements coming. We're going to see this infantry fight. It's going to be weird. We already have compo armor from Futurama, but Shock Trapper does not have compo armor just yet. Doesn't have enough anti-infantry. He's got a hammerhead, he's got a few APCs trying to run over the rocket squads. He will emerge victorious over there. Meanwhile, Stormriders coming in. AWEG 1 has Storms, and Pennywise has no counter that. Pennywise is going to lose harvesters here. Looks like all but one harvest has been destroyed. Finally gets some turrets down. It's a bit late. Huge click comes down, but that gets 2 of the 3 refs, because Shock Trapper has another ref. He had a 3rd ref, which means the refining down here is not shut down. It's blue Tiberium, which means he can pump out these units like there is no tomorrow. But there is going to be tomorrow because there's a day 2. Firehawks come in. They will be shot down by AWEG 1. Gets a harvester. So obviously shot down one of Futurama's Firehawks on the deck. He's now just flying from one base to the next, just forcing them to put down turrets everywhere, making them spend a lot of money. We'll get that harvester. Oh my god, he got the bomber as well. That was probably bringing in Seed Tiberium. He's going to try to get that Tib Core stealth tank. He can actually see that stealth tank. I'm not sure how. Was he force firing the ground? Actually destroys it. That's really quite bad. He's going to have to do that, and now those Tib Core rockets are not what he wants to see. Shock Trapper somehow got behind. He destroyed the airfield, so no Firehawks for Futurama. Going to have to abandon those. Texan is going to take some serious damage. Meanwhile, Tripod v Tripod, Devastator Warship is there. Pennywise has to back up. I could only imagine his harvesters are definitely paying for it. Haru's got these 2 flanking units, and they destroy the tier 3 war factory. Looks like tier 4 war factory. Looks like no hexapod got out either, and they're going to run because, you know what, I think he's just going to teleport these back to his base once they start to get in a bit of trouble here. And I think, no, he loses one. He might get the other one. Battle markers over here coming in, and look at that, forces out the missiles, so he still managed to rebuild some of those Firehawks. Yeah, look at that. He destroyed the husk and then he teleported the other one away. It's back here now. Mastermind is there. Haru looking pretty good on the flank. Futurama is clustered in his base, and Chaos not getting much done here either. He's got Tib Core. He might have some stealth tanks out and about. I mean, AWEG's losing the last of his storms, and this is interesting because AWEG has nothing aside from these storms. He has no other expansion or base at all, so actually this could be quite bad for him. Shock Trapper's going to have to hold solo here. He's got a lot of juggernauts. He's got 6 of them, and he's going to get behind these war factories, which is going to be really tough to get. He needs to watch out. He almost destroyed his own uplink. Oh, he uses the shockwave now. Firehawks come in, but they will somewhat be destroyed. Gets the Marb, direct hit. And he's got the zone pods coming in from behind as well. Zone pods come out and they will start shooting at these juggernauts. They can very quickly pop those. Buzzer Swarm comes down. There's a lot of battle markers rain. There is a fight happening over here as well. We have tripod, V tripod. I'm not sure what that stasis was for, but it was for something. Let's keep an eye over here. Marv is destroyed. Zone Troopers destroying all of Futurama's forces. Futurama is in so much trouble right now. He's pushing and he doesn't have any forces to do so. The Zone Troopers are going to get that last... Oh, doesn't matter. It's dead anyway. Shock Trooper lost just one Juggernaut. He's got 6 here. He can't, and he's got these Zone Troopers here as well. He's going to be able to destroy this last Juggernaut, and then this push is as good as done. I'm not sure. Brings down the Stealth Tower, but I mean, he can just either destroy the Stealth Tower or falsify the ground here. Meanwhile, Pennywise is being pushed back. Devastator warships, there's no arse in them. There's a few turrets here, not doing a lot of damage. No Shard Walkers or Shard Launchers done. He might have to pull them back a little bit. Hexapod is here. Quite a number of tripods. He's got a Mastermind, which has captured something. I'm not sure where that Mastermind is going. He's got a stealth tank. Oh my god. So Chaos not getting much done. Futurama's pushes over. Futurama's out of the game. He is out of the game. There's a stealth tank here. He can't really do much against those techs in it. He will EMP Haru's Hexapod. I mean, Pennywise has got a lot of tripods. He's gonna fight. He's gonna fight because he has a lot of tripods. But the thing is, there's a lot of there's 3 Devastator warships here, and they can just siege this base, and they can destroy these structures, force them to replace the structures over and over again. Big stasis, and now he's just going to move forward. He's going to move forward and just waste everything with his ground force super quickly. This whole base has been sold off by Chaos. Chaos is going to fight with Pennywise, but I don't think it's worth. I mean, even if they can somehow hold Haru, this is just Haru as well. It's not Shock Trapper. I don't know where Aweg is. I think he's off AFK because he's not really got any money or going to be doing anything. Hexapod is going to take some serious damage. He might be able to destroy this, but no, Pennywise is not going to fight that. The Russians will fight back. They will take the game to a match point. So this was it's a good thing I picked this match series here, because we do have a 5 map series on our hands here. But yeah, what can I say? Aweg and Chaos pretty much out of that fight. They had no intention of getting any blue Tiberium. They just burned their green fields, and that was it. And we can see that Haru getting the most out of his there. Futurama flatlining, he just took some critical damage. And unfortunately that push just went... that push just fell flat. Ooh, Tiberium Resistance. I hope they choose this map. Everyone likes a good Tiberium Resistance. Game-changing shockwave. I could plug my webcam in. It's here on the desk. It doesn't work very well. Maybe I'll plug it in between games. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. You guys will know what I look like. I've been meaning to buy a new one because it's just had some issues. I mean, if you touch it at all once it's set up, it'll often like just disconnect or freeze. Chaos going to switch back to GDI. Futurama going to switch back Traveler. Futurama, Traveler. Haru is not teamed up. Good job, Haru. We're back to the GDI Trav screen. So we saw Futurama play GDI in that game. Probably because of the map choice, he was more comfortable playing GDI in that situation. Chaos did go to Nod. It was interesting he went Nod on that map there because it's a fast burn map. But anyway, we're on Tiberium Resistance. Very popular map when it first came out, and it's always maintained pretty reasonable popularity all the way through. It's very unique because you don't see maps like this be this popular, where you've got a starting position surrounded by spikes and an EMP. But Aweg 1 will start in the trick position I guess you could call it here, in the top left side. Haru will be sitting in the central side, and to his right is the team captain on his flank, Shock Trepet Russian. If we jump down to the trick position on the southeast corner, we can see it's going to be Pennywise. He's got a crane build, or a foundry for you guys playing at home. He's got a foundry build, going to take everything including the EMP, and that means the team captain Futurama Russian will be playing as Travra 59. And Chaos back on his GDI, performing pretty well in this series, considering that I'm not sure if either him or Pennywise are supposed to be the weaker players, but if Chaos is left alone, he can put together a force. We've seen that happen. He's capable. Not sure how he handles under pressure though. Whoa, geez, I accidentally tried to scroll and I had my mouse on the mini-map here, and this is not good from AWEG1. He is currently not paying attention to his drone ship, and this is the thing, like, there's already a refinery down here, which obviously he got from the foundry. Oh, he didn't go foundry, so he's going to be really heavily delayed. They're going to see this. Chaos is going to see this and he's like, hang on a second, where's his base? Where is it? He's going to think straight away that there's going to be disintegrators. If he's a good player, because he's not that fantastic, it might not click, which will actually be beneficial for him. Gotta watch out, the Viceroys will draw the battle markers out on the map. A few disintegrators here from Haru. They will be spotted by Penny. Oh, look at that. Turns around, not realizing he's just sort of saved his own life here. Oh no, there's actually got units here from AWEG. So AWEG did have some fast legs here. He's got a buzzer hive. One harvester will go down. Surprisingly, it was Haru who gets the killer shot there. He's going to go for the other one. Can these buzzers get back in time? He is so lucky he only lost one harvester there. He's so lucky he only lost one harvester. That was Pennywise. That was a good coordinated attack from Haru and AWEG, surprisingly. So AWEG did have some units on the field. This whole time I didn't think he had any. He must have gone for a stasis chamber. Actually, are these cyan or are they? Are they green or are they cyan? It's hard to tell. They could be future. Oh no, Futurama's GDI. What am I doing? No, they're definitely AWEGs. He's going to go back here, but I mean, he's being chased by buzzers and he's being chased by. That's probably not necessary to build that. Gunwalkers everywhere. These guys are crazy scared of this. Now, those disintegrators have pretty much been cleaned up now. No one making a move for the center blue, but we do have blue fields on the flanks as well. Shock Trepet wants a slice of that pie. He's up there right now, collecting that blue cheddar. Haru going to send some Seeker tanks to cover, but I mean, there's no pressure coming from the bottom team here. Pennywise just trying to recover a little bit. This would be interesting to see if he's going for a tech center or a third ref. He doesn't actually have a tier 2 unless he's placed it in his ally's base. He could just be looking for a third ref. He's got a lot of harvesters here. Well, only 5, I guess. Yeah, he's going for another one. So you can triple ref this field. This field is large enough for a triple ref. Haru's going to poke forward because there's no resistance at the blue field. He's going to find some units here, but probably not enough to really do anything. He's going to get that Seeker tank. He's going to back off. He's probably going to lose one of his own Seeker tanks. Seeker for a Seeker. Just saying g'day. Just making sure the other team is aware that they are on the map and they are a threat. Rocket PCs from Chaos will take out several of these Seekers, and AWEG 1 with his line formation just feeding them in here. Big disintegrator buzzer swarm there, but Futurama will dodge that. He goes around it, and oh my god, he's going to have to try to defend this. He needs a buzzer hive. He didn't pull the harvesters either. He's going to pull the harvesters way too late. He's going to lose one. He might be able to save the other one. No, they're going to get this one here. Oh no, he's not pulling anything. He's pulling that harvester now, but 2 harvesters are dead. He can probably just push and get that third one. No, he's not going to push though. He's not going to push and get that big EMP blast. But the thing about this is that the rocket squads can still shoot from inside there. Meanwhile, another attack happening over here. Shock Trepet's actually attacking over here with Haru. Meanwhile, Chaos is continuing to push AWEG. AWEG will hold it with the help of some Haru forces there, but looks like Haru and Shock Trepet will be pushed back. They had the same rocket PC idea as well. The Russians love their rocket PCs. Disintegrators down around the backside here. That looks like from AWEG 1 trying to get behind this base, but I mean, there's towers there. They're not going to be able to breach 2 towers, especially with the machine guns on the harvesters. That's like 4 guns all firing, so It's just not going to happen. He's going to try to go around. This is good because it'll force them to put down more base defenses. It'll pressure their micro and then forces another turret out. Forces them to pull units back. It's just a big pain for them. Units coalescing now here in the middle of the map. Orca Strike comes in. It's probably mainly for scouting. It's probably beaconed over here somewhere. A lot of people just use it. Even I use this just for scouting sometimes when you can see a little bit at the back of the base because it'll just fly over the whole map. It'll reveal pretty much everything, and he's going to target the harvesters. I mean, you want to put it in the bay where the harvester is. A few units from Futurama being pushed back there. A couple of dev tanks from Haru. A couple of tanks from Shock Trapper and Hammerheads are on the field. Tier 4 War Factory simultaneously from Team Russia. They're looking to get out the big guns. The Iron Storm is approaching 2 MCVs from Chaos. Did he intend to do 2 MCVs? I'm not 100% sure. Multi-MCV is one of the highest skill type strategies you can get in order to pull it off effectively. Shock Trapper looking to move. He's got 2 as well, so double MCV here from Shock Trapper. Looking to move forward, probably going to pump out the Marv and then try to get some Juggernauts behind this. Another War Factory comes down, so really just working on his macro here. We have Firehawks from Chaos, and they will find the Hammerheads, and they will shoot almost all of them down. Do they have enough for the last ones? Not quite. Firehawks will retreat. They will fly over this anti-air. Oh, they don't pay for it, though. They do get away. Look at that blue tib. There's a lot of blue Tiberium here. Shock Trapper has been leeching this, and we can see there is Chaos is now starting to take this blue tib here, but no one's game to go for the center. Haru only has 1 anti-infantry unit there. Big phase. Big phase. Oh, but that harvester's going to have to turn around. Yeah, he's like, hang on a second. That harvester is not part of the phase. Big beacon comes down from Haru, which means he doesn't have anything to quickly respond to that. Shockwave goes off. There is a shockwave. What is happening? Huge shockwave over here, and Shock Trapper loses his MCV. Not before he puts that sonic. Oh my god, what are you doing? Shoot along the line. Shoot along the axis there. Oh, straight through all those units. That's what he needed. And a big phase comes off as well, which means that's going to save all these units. He could have got them if the first shot had been a bit more effective. We'll lose that sonic emitter. But I mean, Pennywise, he's going to have to retreat now. All his firepower has been phased out, so he can't hope to move forward. Chaos is moving forward with Futurama, looking to put down Devastator warships while he brings the artillery on the ground. AWEG's not going to hold that. AWEG is really struggling. He's got so few forces here. I mean, he's got the EMP spike probably almost on cooldown. He's got some units back here actually killing harvesters. Chaos is not responding with these harvesters. He's actually going to keep losing and puts down the sonic emitter. That's an expensive base defense there. He could just easily just try to kill that last one. He's not really committing to it. He will get a couple of harvesters down from Chaos. Gonna be nice, gonna have an effect. Meanwhile, Shock Trapper and Haru pushing this side, but Futurama has so many forces here. Big EMP comes down. The tripods will dodge it. Well, they'll absorb it, but I don't think it's going to matter. They are teleported away. The temporal wormhole comes through. Was that an shockwave? No, that's just a mind strike there. Oh, he's going to need a phase on both of those epic units. Beacons coming down. Big phase. That was what the beacons were for. The beacon spam was for the phase. They do get the phase off. But this is a large army here. Shockwave artillery comes down. And it is going to be on these enemy forces here. And look at that. There's actually nothing much to capitalize here. He will EMP these, but I mean, these Juggernauts, they haven't been EMP'd, and these tripods are standing still, which means both of these Juggernauts can do a lot of damage. Orbital Strike comes down. Oh, those tripods. Oh, I thought that was overlapping, but it's just a singular tripod there. The epic units will try to snake their way out of there. It's going to be so close. Meanwhile, look at this. AWEG is completely fallen in the process, and it looks like Chaos is going to push through here with Team Futurama. Once this base is gone, I mean, he's harvesting this field. He's going to have so much money. He's going to have so much money. This is not looking good. The Marv gets destroyed. The Marv gets destroyed. The Hexapod is going to go down. I don't think you can say that, not unless you can teleport it out of the way. It's about to die. Buzzer Swarm comes in. There it goes. That's going to be... And there's so many tripods here now. They don't have anything to stop this. Their forces are all in a line. They don't really have a proper, like, a vertical line, not a horizontal one, which is what you want. Battle markers raging all the way up and down there. And the Russians are broken. They will fall here. AWEG is already done. Chaos has an army, which is... They just can't respond to that right now. Firehawks are coming. They've got everything they need in their armada to win this series. And I think the Russians are sort of looking around going, hey, is there anything we can do? Can we make a last stand? No, Haru says no. Haru says no. Shock Trapper I would expect to be next. And yeah, Shock Trapper's been defeated, and AWEG 1 is now fighting solo. No point continuing on there. AWEG will fall, and that will be the end of the series here. So Futurama, Team Ukraine and friends will win out there just in a 3-2. And I mean, it's 12:30. We're 2 hours into the tournament. We've only just finished the first series, so this is going to be a long one. But thankfully, there is 2 days, and we're going to need 2 days. AWEG AWEG big weak link. And this is what happens when you have Shock and Haru. You've got to fill the gaps with the point system. You don't have much points left. So they had to pick someone that would fill in their points gap. And, I mean, Chaos and Pennywise, not the greatest players either, but they're capable. And just having Futurama surrounded by 2 more mid-ranked players was better than having 2 higher players against a very low player. But it was a close series. I mean, it was close. 2-3. But, yeah, looks like Team Ukraine will take that series. And we're going to go into the next series now. Looks like there might be a short break before this one actually goes ahead, but let's just let's fix that one there. GZ, which city you're located in? Should be knowing this because I've been watching. I live in Adelaide, which is the capital of South Australia. But yeah, it's cool to just sit back, and some of these games have been pretty intense. Like that one on Space Gardens, like, oh my god, that would not stop. Those middle, it got so chaotic. It was like I needed like 4 monitors to capture everything that was going on there. We're gonna have a short break because those guys have obviously been playing for a little while. So Drive has got Nod picked as his faction here. Left. So Drive wants the left. So Drive, Hulk, and Booker. Let's get that fixed. Oh, that works out nicely because I've already got them on the other side. We're going to take a short break soon, so just feel free to go stretch your legs because I'm going to in a moment. Just going to fix up the scoreboard ready to go. Drive is going to be taking the green color, I assume, because he likes green. What is Hulk doing? Hulk is... Hulk's GDI, Booker's purple GDI. Booker is purple GDI. Screen Trav. And they're going to stay the same. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Alright guys, I'm going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We will be back shortly with the next series. And yeah, give us a couple of minutes and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay guys, and we're back. Whoa, that's not the right one. Okay, testing, here we go. Alright, we are back in the game here now, so we are going to be having Team Ukraine and friends back playing another team of Russians. I couldn't think of a good enough name for them, so we'll just call them Filthy Russians, because Hulk is on the team, and he's pretty filthy. Oh no, he's changing his faction. The driver's changed his faction to GDI and Black Can. Alright, there we go. Let's go fix that one. GDI. Black Hand. Haven't seen any Black Hand yet. And Booker's going to change to GDI. Good job, Booker. Everyone just keep changing their factions back and forth. Alright, so we got a double GDI and Black. That's interesting that they pick Black Hand. There's no stealth for Black Hand. So they're really going to be pushing hard on that infantry, that flame strat, maybe double war factory. Oh no, sorry, not double war. Of course there's going to be double war factory. Double MCV, that's what I meant to say. Chaos. Oh, he's changed his color. Futurama changed his color. I gotta fix that. Because no shock trapper, so he's got his cyan color back. But anyway, on the left side we have Team Filthy Russians, the captain Drive himself playing as GDI, and flanking him will be Black Hand, or his Black Hand player in the form of Hulk, and that's going to leave their lesser player Booker. That's it, Booker as the purple GDI, and that means Futurama Russian is going to be central on the east side here. His team captain with Chaos again returning as his right hand man, and Pennywise will be down here in the support position again. This is a cool support position because you're going to macro like a madman here. Actually, as he built another engineer. No, this engineer, okay, he didn't screw up this time. I was going to say he's going to take both his spikes. Look at this cleared out foxhole here. Looks like Futurama just given Drive a bit of a heave-ho. Can't get into the foxhole in time, unfortunately, so Drive will be able to secure that, although he doesn't have an engineer there. No, he's already captured it. What am I doing? He's already captured it, so it doesn't even matter. I mean, it's just the scouting race at that point. Now, left-hand side team did not capture their EMP control center. No engineer was built by the looks of things. Booker will secure the bottom side bunkers. We have infantry versus infantry here. Looks like Drive Russian may come out ahead in that fight. Yes, he will. He will take those units down there. And this is beside Futurama's spike, so he's going to be able to send his scouts out quite far in advance. He's got quite a few because he's got this garrison, and we know he lost a squad or two over here, so he's... You know, Drive built quite a few squads to get that going. Does have a spike. He's got 2 spikes. Beaconling like a madman here, trying to get them to position their forces or position their units. Booker is on the move. He's moving that Hubble. And here comes the Raider buggy. Actually, no, that's Hulk's Raider buggy, which I'm not sure why he's over this side. Maybe he's trying to clean up. Oh, he's actually... Is he 2 War Factory all in? Oh my god, where's the engineer? It looks like he might... yeah, he is. He's 2 War Factory all in. Do these guys know about that? Do they know about this? Oh, Chaos, there's nothing here. There's 5 bikes, 6, 7 bikes now. He's in so much trouble. He's trying to pull these harvesters, which is a good idea. One of the harvesters stops and Hulk could push his advantage there. He could have got a second harvester. He's got so many bikes here. He's got more bikes. Look how many bikes he's got. These guys are in so much trouble, but he could have got 2, probably even 3 harvesters, but he pulled back. There was only a gunwalker and a tower there. And now he's allowed these Seekers and these units to catch up and some towers to be placed down. Oh man, I'm not sure about that. I mean, he could see, he just didn't want to risk going in there. I mean, when you're in an all-in situation, you kind of have to. He's actually going to come back. I mean, you got to remember, Hulk, since he doesn't have an MCV, he can't build any more structures. So he's probably going to be doing this for the next couple of minutes if he ever wants to consider recovering. Booker's made it to the expansion, but we can see down here refs for both Pennywise and Futurama Russian. Or Futurama Ukrainian, whatever. Whatever he's at the moment. But squad over here, that will be cleaned up eventually. These guys are going to pull back, but I think Hulk Russian just sort of let that slide. He's sort of trying to reinforce, but I mean, he's now hitting the point where he's running out of money. He's trying to burn off that single ref, which you can do to War Factory or single ref. This is fine, but I mean, he needs to do something with these forces, because if he doesn't cause damage, the other team is going to get more economy, and then that'll result in more units. Drive has a lot. Is Drive 2 War Factory all in? No, he's got an MCV. He's going to pick off these power plants just because he can destroy them and they're way out here in the open. Oh, he doesn't actually get that power plant. That's, I mean, he loses a pit bull, not too bad. He's going to force the repairs down, a little bit of money, but still haven't actually destroyed that spike. He's got a lot of pit bulls for this stage of the game, all swelled up like that, so he really ballooned out the left-hand side. Filthy Russians. What's happening down here? It looks like Pennywise trying to go in, but he's not going to get anything there. Too well defended. Booker has defended that just fine. He's actually the only one with an expansion, which is very unusual. He's obviously the lesser player, I would think, in this force. And look at this, going to sandwich Futurama's forces here. Chaos is going to come and assist, but they're going to just run across the face. The Seekers will try to hold their ground. There's a lot of forces here, and they can move through to the expansion. I don't think there's going to be enough here. Turrets going down, photon cannons going down. They could just try to push through that. Seeker tanks all over the place. Chaos will get down here in time to make sure these guys don't fully run into this field and cause a tremendous amount of damage. The Russians do not commit to that. Hulk losing forces here. Raider buggy's going down as well. He's going to get that one on the back end, and they're going to pull back. We have Booker here is bringing in some heavier armor. He's got these Predator tanks. They will be able to withstand quite a lot more. EMP comes down. Direct hit, but there's actually nothing here. These guys need to move these Seeker tanks forward and capitalize on this now. This is heavy armor here, and Hulk has left this. He's left this for dead, and Drive is not here either, which means Booker all of a sudden, he looked like he was in a fantastic position, but he's been completely left alone. He was completely abandoned there, and now he has to pull back. That bunker's actually quite good because it'll prevent the disintegrators from really achieving too much there. More photon cannons coming down. This is just annoying. I mean, once these 3 APCs go, it's actually more APCs coming, never mind. Battle marker up here. Orcas, oh my god, there are 8 Orcas, and Chaos's economy, and now targeting Futurama. So many units went down there. Meanwhile, it's actually looking a bit better for Booker down here. A couple of base defenses will make this difficult. They could take out that Hammerhead quite easily now. These Seeker tanks could just one-shot it. AP ammo is done. They will not quite one-shot it, but they'll get it nonetheless. Photon cannons causing a tremendous amount of damage, shooting into the wormhole here. A lot of, he had so many pit bulls as well, and all the Orcas, almost, or most of them at least, would have got away. Maybe all of them didn't get to watch too much of it. We have a Hammerhead there as well, but it looks like Futurama's team is under a lot of pressure here. So I think Drive with that massive strike may have done enough damage. There's a tripod here, a lot of bikes coming in, but there's not a lot of harvest. I mean, he drove straight past those harvesters. He's going to shoot at that harvester. Just gets it. I don't think he even intentionally got that. He just happened to get it. But that tripod will be able to inflict a lot of pain, and these units getting torn up. So Hulk sort of just expended quite a bit there. Here come the Orcas. They're looking for some targets. The Pitbulls are sort of out of position. They need to get down here now, but the Orcas are much faster. Is there any AA units? There's a couple of Seekers. There's a Storm column there. Oh, they're at risk of getting trapped back here if Chaos maneuvers well. Drive just going to fly these orcas around, use their speed to his advantage, and he's going to find that tripod. Will there be a teleport? Will there be a phase? No, it will be destroyed. Traveler tripods, another tripod, and perhaps going down. He doesn't have shards. He might lose an orca or two. Oh yeah, gets two. They were overlapping. Booker's forces here now with what's left of Hulk. Hulk has not rebuilt any MCV. He has no MCV available to him. So it looks like Futurama's team sort of just trying to survive, trying to absorb these attacks. Booker's coming in. He's going to try to focus down the tech center. It's not going to happen. He's going to have to back up there. He's only got a small amount of forces here. Trying to destroy the spikes. Gets one of the spikes. Booker is now being really hit hard because he's getting chased by tripods. The Pitbulls will back up, realizing they don't need to commit to that anymore. And these tripods will be able to destroy the rest of it. Hulk has quite a lot of units still. I mean, he has been hemorrhaging some of his forces, but if he can find a gap, he can do a tremendous amount of damage. There's still 2 photon cannons here, and there is a storm column. He'll get that harvester on the fringe, which is a nice shot. Is he going to commit to another one? He is going to commit to another one. He phases, so he will not get it. Oh, he didn't. I guess he didn't lose too much there. It's not too bad. He could have just tried to focus down the refinery. Battle marker over here. Looks like Drive is now harvesting this field. No long-term plans for this field from Drive. Oh, actually, no. He puts down a ref, so scratch that. He is planning on refining through there. Got some Ichor Seed coming down as well. Chaos moving some harvesters, trying to get his own Marv out. He's definitely heavily delayed by those Orca strikes. He lost a lot of harvesters. Pennywise, though, has a lot of tripods here. He's Green Vanilla. He doesn't actually have... Oh, trying to go for the Prodigy there, but it was just one Hammerhead. And is he just going to single file another Hammerhead in there? I think he will. I think he's just going to be able to destroy that if he's focusing it. He's going to try to get it. He's shooting at it, but no, loses another Hammerhead there. Interesting that he would just sort of file those in there. 2 Hammerheads, 3 grand worth of infrastructure. Shard launchers is done as well for Pennywise. Doesn't have shields, which is very unusual. We've got a Hexapod here with Pitbulls, and Hulk doesn't have much of a force. This is the thing about this stage of the game, since Hulk hasn't recovered an MCV. He now only has a very small amount of units, so he can't really bring any of Blackhand's late game or anything else to the table right now, and it's going to be up to Booker and Drive to really pull this one out. But Booker's got quite a force here, surprisingly, and Drive is quite powerful at the top as well, so they're both sorted in that retrospect. Booker has been mining this solo right now, and he has 3 ref, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 harvesters, 8, 9 harvesters, 9 or 10 harvesters down there. Tell me he hasn't forgotten about shields. His shields is on the way, but it's a while off. I don't think he's going to want to go in there without shields. Yeah, he's going to have to back up. I mean, Hulk does have an EMP spike. Battle marker up there. We can see something. It's just a Pitbull. He put a Sonic emitter down just to deal with a Pitbull. That seems a bit extreme. He's got a force down here, trying to push on Drive. Drive has a lot. I mean, EMP control centers are probably ready to go for both these teams, but if Pennywise pushes without his shields here, just uninstall, because you just, you know, it's not going to work out well for you. It's about just over halfway done, so you've still got about another 45 seconds to go. Couple of Juggernauts there. Drive only has a singular. Oh, he's got some more forces back there, moving his MCV backwards. And it looks like we do have a Hand of Nod, which means there must be an MCV from Hulk somewhere on the field. Yes, he does have one sold. Both of his War Factories off. He's going for infantry spam. He's going for infantry spam because that will be very, very good against this tripod spam. It'd be extremely difficult for him to do something about that. Oh my god, look at that placement. And they scan it now, so they see the infantry coming out. Oh, Supersonic Airstrike gets almost every single one of the Hammerheads. Those 2 Hammerheads on the outskirts just managing to survive with a little bit of health, but the ones on the center all destroyed. Futurama, Drive just packed up and he backed off. He doesn't want to deal with that. He doesn't want to deal with that. I'm not sure if he has an uplink. You'd think he'd have an uplink. He does. He's got an uplink there. So important in the late stages of the game that GDI has that ability on board. Sniper teams here as well. Not really much to snipe. I guess there's the Prodigy if it runs forward, but he's got his shields now. And look at this. Blue Tiberium looks like some of it has been taken. A little bit of slice of the pie has been taken, probably by Pennywise. These fields are getting pretty dry now. They are harvesting, or Pennywise is harvesting. And here comes Futurama and his Devastator warships. He loves his Devastator warships. And Zone Trooper spam, fully upgraded by the way. Zone Trooper spam. This is to counter the tripod spam. Oh, he gets 3 of them. Oh, that was definitely worth it. I mean, he just destroyed $6,600 worth of hardware there. It's definitely a good strike. But, I mean, Futurama, he's just going to keep building these. He loves his Devastators. He can never have enough Devastators. I mean, you don't even need that many. Orcas coming in. They will find victories where they can. No Shards out yet for Futurama. Shards is out, of course, for Pennywise. Marv is sort of just camping this singular Juggernaut coming out to meet him. What's happening over here? We're going to see a big fight. Firehawks coming up now. I'm not sure what they're for. Obviously to try to do something about those guys there. We're going to see a huge fight down here. The top is pretty much done. There's no reason for Drive to go up there yet because it's going to be a long time before any Tiberium actually grows there. These Harvesters, unfortunately, are not being pulled off the line. Drive will lose both of these Harvesters. It tries to pull that one a little bit too late. Tiberium Crystals also being destroyed. Beacon comes down. Yeah, he's beaconing those Juggernauts. Say, hey, get your Marv out of there. It's not going to end well. A lot of tripods here. Oh my god, these guys are prime for a Buzzer Swarm. Oh my god, he does see the Buzzer Swarm, so he gets most of his zones away just in time. But they're going to need Devastator warships or a lot of Gunwalkers with shields, but of course he's Traveler. Here come the Firehawks. A lot of Firehawks come in. Again, there's no Shard. Oh, he gets one of them on the back end. Other one gets away. Another Buzzer Swarm comes down. Futurama's Buzzer Swarm. Oh my god, it does so much damage. Oh my god, there's Zone Troopers. You can't do that, Booker. You can't have them so heavily clustered together. That's just a disaster. He's lost like $10,000 plus worth of Zone Troopers there. That was really bad. Chaos and... actually, I haven't seen much of Chaos recently, but Chaos and Futurama taking the blue Tiberium. They are going to make a run for this here. Drive is pushing forward, so it looks like Chaos is going to back up. Doesn't even have his Mar fully garrisoned. Big EMP. That could be the signal to go in. These Juggernauts on the left flank are moving. Uplink fires off. Another Shockwave is coming down. This time it's going to hit right on these tripods. Is it going to be a good hit? It's pretty good. It gets about four or so of those. But he's not even firing at them. Phases those tripods, so they're safe. Unfortunately, Booker not paying attention to these fireworks that are being shot at somewhat. Another phase comes down on Futurama. It's going to be Crush City. Meanwhile, what's happening over here? We have the Zone Troopers coming in, but there is a turret here as well. Only one turret. He might lose quite a few of those before he can take them out, but this is pretty intense. Tripods now moving through the... They're just going to do this move through the base where they just run through. They need to get rid of those Sonic Emitters because those Sonic Emitters will do a tremendous amount of damage. I think another Shockwave just went off. Yes, another Shockwave will go off. Big hits on these tripods, but the thing is, a lot of these Juggernauts, they're on the move. They're now trying to re-target this area. This whole area is falling. Chaos just lost his MCV. He's losing forces. This whole base is falling. Did he save his Marv? I don't think he saved his Marv. I think his Marv just got left behind. Orcas coming in, trying to destroy these tripods. There are so many. Futurama's Hexapod is here. All these Juggernauts, once you get to the Juggernaut line, you can feast on the tender underbelly of the Juggernaut. And he should just take out the Space Command right now. Get rid of that. Get rid of those last, what do you call it? Those last Juggernauts. This whole area is being carved out. All the tech is gone from these guys. All the tech is gone. Drive is doing the same on the other end. But the thing is that all the tech is down here, which means this base isn't such a heavy loss as it seems. We can see Chaos is still here with an army as well, so he can actually turn around, which is what he's going to do. He's going to recover these huts. He's going to turn around. No AP ammo from Drive. Drive does not have AP ammo. That was a critical mistake there. Booker has been defeated. Booker is out. So Booker is the first to fall by the looks of things. Oh man, it's pretty tight. Yes, Booker is the first to fall. Hulk has been defeated. It's just Drive. Drive is fighting solo now. It's so hard to recover from this situation. Drive has an army. He doesn't have as big an army, though, as what these guys have. And those Orcas, unfortunately, that's going to be the end of them. Oh, there was too many Gunwalkers there. Oh, actually, no, a couple of them do get away, so we'll be destroying a lot of those guys. Big Beacon comes off here. Pitbull, surprisingly, going to be effective here at warding away more of those, what do you call it, Orcas. Take out that Zone Trooper squad that's there. Look at all the tripod husks, and they know they're there. Yeah, MCV is over here. I think Drive, he's got a good defensive line here, but I mean, these guys, they will turn around. That's going to be too much for him. He realizes he's probably not going to get in there, especially with the Zone Troopers. He does get the benefit of the fully upgraded Zone Troopers, I think, because they are Booker Zone Troopers and not his own. We'll be firing these guys, and that's it. No, Drive realizes that there's way too many forces on the map, and he was probably out of money as well, that he's not going to win that map, considering that Team Ukraine and Friends are being funded by the middle field there. But what an intense fight there. What an intense fight. Yeah, Hulk, he all in, didn't do enough damage, and he had the forces, and he just backed off, and it's like, you're just letting the guys, you're just giving them too much time. And unfortunately, Drive couldn't make it happen. Booker played remarkably well in there as well. But Pennywise, solid as ever. Chaos, pretty decent as well. And Futurama team captain there. They will take game number 1. Alright, so for you guys playing at home, this is a best of 5. Looks pretty good. $61 viewers, it's not bad. So Drive's going to stick with GDI, so is Booker. Hulk is going to stick with Blackhand, potentially. We're going to have Dead 6 coming in pretty early on in this series. They love some Dead 6. We might see the exact same map set. I don't think we'll see Space Gardens, actually. I don't think they'll pick Space Gardens if it goes the distance. But so far, no changes on the factions. We're going to stick with 3 GDIs, a Schooner Trav and a Blackhand. Team Drive will be on the south side by the look of the setup here. They're going to put Booker in the middle, and they're going to have Hulk and Drive on the flanks. Meanwhile, the top team are going to put Futurama in the middle. Really? They're going to put Futurama in the middle and Chaos on the left flank and Pennywise on the right flank. I don't know. I would have thought Futurama would want Blue Tiberium. When you got the expert on the team, you'd probably want to give them access to the Blue Tiberium. It's very important that you start the Blue Tiberium bases properly, because if you don't, that can wreck the whole game on this particular map anyway, because getting that blue tib fast is so critical. It's a very large blue tib field. You can't not have it. Oh, Pennywise. He flicked Reaper then. Booker Blackhand. Hulk GDI. Interesting. Hulk GDI. Interesting. So Drive, Scrin, Blackhand, GDI, Trav, GDI. Yeah, we're gonna have additional GDI in this game. So this is game 2 in the top north side. Playing as the Blackhand, it is Uka Booka. And team captain will be on the left flank here. Actually, we're on the bottom side, sorry. It's going to be Drive Russian playing as GDI, and his right flank, right-hand man, Hulk, second in command, playing as GDI. On the top side, we have Pennywise, as reliable as ever, playing as Scrin Vanilla. Team captain Futurama playing as Travel 59. And of course, that's going to leave Chaos as GDI. Going to move that Hubble right to the middle, straight off of a crane, so he doesn't even get the power plant down. He wants that, and I think it's because Futurama's going to place his ref there. If he doesn't place his ref immediately, oh my, well there you go. GZ, you don't know what you're talking about. He could have literally waited the extra 2 seconds and put it down here, but obviously he doesn't want to milk that away from his ally. Already had plans to pop that down. Has a foundry, there goes the deployment. So Pennywise has got this down pat, I think. Oh, look at this. So we can see that Booker is going to be sharing this with Drive. Sells off one of the refs. Doesn't want the 2 refs there. Probably doesn't need the 2 refs there, realistically. Is he going for any type of fancy rush? He had a crane. He went for a crane open with no power plants. It's just how Blackhand rolls these days. But yeah, red zone maps never been truly that popular. I don't know, some people say the lighting's a bit iffy because it's all doom and gloom, which it is a little bit. Other people complain about the blue zone maps being too bright. And look at this, we've got Hulk showing us that you can never place your buildings close enough together. Like, hopefully no one goes Firehawks because they're going to get a 2-for-1 there. And the best thing is when a Scrin player puts their nerve center directly next to their tier 3, and it's like, oh, you can just drop them to tier 1 And look at that, they scout this double war factory. Oh my god, did not spot this. Sells, oh, he sold his MCV and the crane. So Booker is 2 war factory all in. These guys have plans. They have plans. He's going to move forward, just making sure that purple is Booker. Yeah, it's not some color swap or anything like that. Chaos is under attack. Futurama's already got plans to help him. He's got slow descents, but not able to capitalize. There's a disintegrator squad right there, and this is fantastic because the blue Tiberium will heal the disintegrators as well, and firing at the watchtower, something you don't want to be doing. He's actually going to get that back, so Booker not committing there. He didn't get any harvesters. That's not good. That is not good. What's happening over here? Meanwhile, there is a push from Pennywise. I don't seem to get anything there. No, there's a war factory there. There's buildings. He's not going to get anything. He's going to have to pull back. Meanwhile, these bikes sort of move through. But this is the same situation we saw with Hulk in the first game. He built all that double war factory bike out and didn't get anything done with it. And he had a window of opportunity. Like, he should have got at least 1 kill, maybe even a second. That's interesting. Drive is actually here. So that's a bit concerning. And now he's going to defend, Pennywise is going to defend off with that single dev tank because it can just one-shot those bikes from crazy range. Futurama's already got defense here. Everywhere he goes with these bikes, he's finding defense. I think this was the strategy, was to drive the bikes around and force defense out everywhere, or at least find a gap. And oh my god, Drive has a sonic emitter. This is not looking good for Chaos. I don't think he has a tier 2. He's got a tier 2, but he's building something. I'm not sure what it is. He obviously has a crane still. Oh, that Orca Strike's going to come in. Does miss the harvesters, thankfully. Oh, he needs to get rid of that sonic emitter. He needs to get rid of the sonic emitter before a second one crops up. A second one is about to crop up now. There's actually one over here. No, he's got 3 of them. And one of them's in the middle of the... He's going to move the MCV because he knows this area is totally under his control right now. And he's just sieging. Chaos has no economy. He can't refine. He's going to have to send these harvesters back to this... Oh, no, these bikes did find a gap. This is actually coming together now for him. It is coming together. Futurama trying to pump out some type of panic response over there, and he's going to have to force these tanks back, but the harvesters are dead and Booker is out of there. He's getting pursued. I mean, you've got to give it to the Team Futurama. They're really trying to cover every angle possible, but it just took one entrance there on Chaos, who's already hurting from the fact that he's losing this base here. And look at that, he's got a Sonic on the MC. He's got Firehawks. Drive is a madman. He's a madman. He's just pushing this so hard right now. He's going to get the MCV, and Chaos is in shock. I don't think he doesn't even know what to do right now. He's just lost his build. His build is out. Oh, no, he's got a crane, but I mean, what's he going to do? There's hammerheads here, and they don't have AP ammo, but it doesn't even matter because he can just kill all of these disintegrators. He might be able to get, and AP ammo just completes there. He's going to get a harvest. He doesn't even get 1 harvester. Oh, that's terrible. That was the end of that cheese there. GG from Chaos. Chaos is going to tap out, and that's going to be... Futurama's out as well, which means Pennywise is fighting solo. And look at all these tanks. There's tanks just going through the middle of the map. You don't usually see them go. You can traverse through the middle of the map, but it's going to happen this time. It's going to find the space. Pennywise somewhat fighting. I'm not sure if he's going to really be able to achieve anything. Maybe he's going to try to go for some Hail Mary attack here, but I mean, the rest of the map is being pretty much... Yeah, like he's not even able to respond to any of this. There's so much going on. He's going to lose his harvesters, and he's not going to fight that, and you can't blame him. But wow, that game went a lot better for Team Drive. Filthy Russians will score one back. And yeah, Chaos just got worked hard. He got worked hard in that game. And that was really the end of it. And I mean, I think we are going to see Space Gardens because of that. I think we are going to see Space Gardens. Oh, the hell is Amiga.com? Yeah, 2 times GDI players. Oh, what's going on here? Alright, Chaos, Future, GDI, they're going to stay the same. Booker, Black, and GDI, it's going to stay the same. So So I mean, well, that's the thing about picking these teams. Everyone's like, oh no, but you want a bit of GDI and you want a bit of Scrin and you want a bit of Nod. Like you could split it evenly and get one of each faction, but at the same time you could double up. But I mean, it's one of life's great mysteries, great questions. Everyone's got their own opinion as to what's strong and what's not. But at the end of the day, we see a wide variety of factions played this game, and that's good, especially with 1.02 plus here. You see pretty much all the factions, and obviously there's not a ton of Zocom rolling around, but they're still getting played on occasion. And they're still quite powerful. GZ Obs. Oh, probably help if I was Obs, wasn't it? So we got Booker Trav, Hulk Blackhand. Booker Trav, Hulk Blackhand. Where the fuck is Traveler? There. Alright, so we got Booker Trav, Hulk Blackhand. Yeah, interesting faction switch up here. So we're at a 1-1. This is a best of 5, so it's basically been reduced to a best of 3, as Cyber would say. Cyber and his shortcuts. Let's make sure I have that right. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Anyway, on the bottom southeast corner, we have Chaos. My numpad not working? No, it's working just fine. Chaos is down there, and that means we're going to have Pennywise chilling over here on the center, and Team Captain Futurama makes up Travel 59. On the left side of your screen, playing as the Black Can, it's going to be Hulk Russian. And then Team Captain Drive will be in the center, so he'll be playing GDI, and that's going to leave Uka Booker playing as Traveler 59 on the bottom south side. Battle markers raging over there. Looks like Booker will come out ahead of Chaos, killing those units there. Another battle marker over there. Looks like those scouts were cleaned up. They belong to... No, they belong to Chaos. Chaos has obviously drafted a tower. When you see units like that across the map so quickly, because obviously Chaos is down here, but this is up here, it's because of drafting. I mean, most people should probably know that anyway. He's going to come down here, but he's going to find... He's really not going to run into that, is he? This is the thing, when you see players like this, they just run into foxholes. Like you'd never see a professional player do that. Is he going to clear that out? Oh, he bails at the last second, and... Oh, he should have kept shooting. Oh, mate, he could have killed it. Wow, that's pretty bad. So Hulk will lose out there. Battle markers over here. We have units sort of shooting at each other. Small little gunfights coming out. He will clear that, but I'm not sure what for, because there's nothing coming. Foundry down for Futurama. He wants to eco like a madman. Double ref over here. Again, I think you put a ref here and a ref here and just move the harvesters. Probably a bit better. Hulk's a bit delayed in that second ref. I guess he didn't go for a crane, which is why he's at that position. Oh my god, is he going for Orcas? Driver's going for Orcas. Big beacon from Pennywise. How can Pennywise see that? What the crap? What was there? There was something there. I don't know what it was. There must have been a buzzer swarm or something. But the thing is, he left with 3 Orcas. You can only get 2 harvesters. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. You want 3 harvesters if you go on Orca. I mean, it's blue tib, so I guess it doesn't matter. Blue tib's a little bit different. Unfortunately, looks like Booker might lose a gun walker. No, not quite. Where'd those Orcas go? They're going to go across to here. They're going to find some Seeker tanks. Should have targeted a harvester that was full of blue Tiberium, but he targets an empty one. He's going to go for it, but if he loses one of these Orcas, he might not have enough missiles, so he will get 2. And surprisingly, just 1 Orca. There you go. But I think he killed a harvester that had blue tib on it, because for some reason Pennywise is harvesting green tib, sorry, instead of harvesting the blue tib there. What's happening over here? Hulk. A lot of units. He's not... No, he's got 2 War Factory, but he's not all in. I mean, I don't think you would all in this situation, because this blue Tiberium, there's no way you'd be able to crack someone with an all in, I don't think, because they have access to blue Tiberium. They can just recover so easily. But it's not going to stop these players from trying, because you definitely want to start shooting at people. Want to keep a tight eye on what's happening on the top. Is he going to lose that Harvester? I think he may lose a Harvester, unless he can pop one of these Seeker tanks mighty quick. He is going to get it pretty quickly. He's going to be able to save that. Yeah, it looks like that is going to be saved, that Harvester. Something happening over there. Futurama under a bit of pressure. Hulk pulling back with his forces. Tech Center is up. It's going for Tib Core first. Maybe going for EMP coils as well. Probably doesn't need it just yet. Another airfield there as well. We have hard points is done. We have hard points already done and Firehawks with hard points, but no Stratofighter. Is this going to be Stratofighter? Yeah, it is. Stratofighter completes there. So he's going for fire. He's gone from Orcas to Firehawks. He's got a few Orcas still rolling around. Should be able to get a kill. Targets the Harvest that's full of Tiberium, but doesn't. He doesn't. Guess he decides he doesn't want to trade those Orcas. Not going to get that Harvester. Lightning Spike comes down to be annoying for Booker. Keep a tight eye. You can always follow me on the radar if you're not sure where I'm moving to, because I move over here and then just click. Like click there, click there, click there. Not quite going to finish off that spike because he's under attack over here. He's going to be able to say, oh, that Harvester stops. That's unfortunate. If he kept moving the Harvester, he might have been able to save that. Mind controls. Oh, he's got Coldest here. He's going to be able to take another Harvester as well. There's another one there. Is he going to be able to get that squad? No, he can't get the squad, which means 2 Harvesters have been captured from Chaos. Oh, man. Temple comes down, just slowing him down so much. Battle marker over there. Nothing's actually happening. Hulk is moving into position. Looks like Booker's done his dash, and he's going to be retreating out of there. But, I mean, he basically has to destroy his own Harvesters now, which is never good. Pennywise is in the middle with some forces. Should be able to hold up. I mean, there is a lot of buggy there, but maybe he's got a storm column ready to go. Might take a swing at these guys here. They might be on guard stance, sort of round themselves out. Yeah, he's going to put down a... Yeah, there's Tib Core as well. Tib Core completes 2 lightning spikes come down. Future Armor's joining the party. Firehawks being shot down. Not sure what was destroyed there. Probably the tech center because we can see a tripod, but no tech center. Harvester destroyed there from Chaos. He actually destroyed one of his own Harvesters there. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's got a lot of Harvesters over there. Needs to make a move. Hulk not doing too much. Future Armor Russian making a move over here. There is an airfield back here with the Firehawks on it, but Charged Particle Beam is done. He doesn't care. He's going to go in anyway. Buzzer Swarm comes in. Oh man, that was a preemptive Buzzer Swarm, and unfortunately Future Armor had already sounded the signal. The signal